after the dramatic showdown and the victory of our group, they do a little bit of exploring, looting, and, well, have a good old time. Enjoy this week's latest episode of Rising Heights. Nothing bad ever happens. I swear it. Let's do the recap this week because I think it's back. We're playing D&D.
We do.
Oh yeah, we do that.
Sometimes, maybe.
I didn't
Anyway.
know.
Anyone remember what happened last week?
Fought a robot.
Yep.
Is that all? I'm pretty sure.
Well,
There's more.
first we fought
Pretty sure we
some
fought a robot.
suspicious gobos.
Totally normal.
Totally normal. Totally normal
Oh
goblins.
yeah.
We got hit by some and then knives. And then we found the dungeon entrance secretly hidden under their camp. And we went down, and there was a robot.
And you fought
It's
and
a-
you beat it up.
Mm-hmm.
And it is currently stunned as the platform is rotating and retracting as the water has been reinitiated. So I guess that's where we'll begin with Shinri and Luck on the side that is slowly closing in. The massive unmoving static guardian still placed right there, and a very urgent need to get the fuck out of the way before everything closes. And
Yeah, I'm gonna grab the sword off the robot and then move.
just the sword.
What?
mean-
What else am I gonna grab? The robot?
Yeah, were we going to like dismantle it or
Mhm.
something?
I mean,
If you want to grab
try
it, then
to disconnect the battery.
It is
Oh,
as the
if
platform
he can
going,
find it.
kutung, 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 kutung,
Yeah.
kutung, like that at the same time. So
We
if
need
you
to
guys-
move the robot.
Yeah. If you want, you could try to move the robot. But my question is, who's moving it? Because only one person gets to try.
I'm
Are
a
you taking the
kobold.
robot?
Can we get Lucas?
Yeah.
Okay. You can help him.
Okay.
What's the weight of
Stand
this
up?
thing? What's its carrying capacity? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it just kind of falls down on top of everything there, and Locus is like, "Help! I'm under."
Shit.
You see, it's kind of like this motion of like you're helping him pull it. He lifts it up. He's like, "I am the strongest," and then he gets like to the edge, and his like legs give out for a second, and it falls on top of him. He's like, "I am stuck."
Oh, get the meme.
Oh no!
God damn it.
I'm a genius. Oh no! Do you need Locus's
Not that
token?
one.
No, it's not that one.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna have to watch Unicorn someday to find the origin of that meme.
This is Locust. Right here.
Where's the wash?
I'm too weak.
Let
I'm
me see.
accurate. But he is.
Great.
I thought
Take-
it was gonna be a fucking help step bro I'm stuck meme, so
Yeah.
this is
yeah.
probably for the best.
Same.
That was the fucking
Yeah.
balls.
You can see him roll himself
I'm-
out.
Locust, no one step bro.
I mean-
See, he fucking took Hydra from us. The goddamn rodent.
What? Who's to say we can't take it back?
Oh, he's using Agma.
The fuck is Akma?
That's another bot. And he can play
Fuck
YouTube
my
still.
nuts. I got him.
All right, I'm turning the foundry off. We're good.
God damn
You
it.
got him.
30 seconds of D&D. Got it? Yeah.
Cool,
I'm
I'm
off,
going back to
please.
bed.
No, there's no escaping D&D. All right. And with that, you solved my puzzle, my water puzzle. You see lightning begins to course through most of the coils here, and the gears begin to turning. The facility having been turned back on.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Yeah. Right now?
Right now you just started?
Yeah.
Okay, do you have like 10 minutes that you can take a break?
What do you need?
So you can vacuum the living room and the hallway.
Okay, I'll do it later.
People are coming. I need to do
At what time?
They'll be here at 4.
Okay, before then, yeah.
Okay, I'm counting on you.
Okay. Rising Heights. Never.
Rising Yeti.
Huh?
Give me
3 o'clock sound good? Okay. It feels like there's a gun pointed at me.
There
Fitting.
is. It's
Fitting.
Louis.
Yeah.
Anyway, the facility is back on. You guys have, some time. You can do what you want. You did just almost. Some of you got beat up by that robot. I think
So
it was Shinri and Verm who
Yeah.
feared for their lives. And
You
Lekin,
kinda- Not that low,
Fine.
but yeah.
took some.
So
Those
is
are
the- is
you're
the-
carrying missing health?
Is the
Locas is
robot?
at 69 HP, by the way.
Oh my god.
I mean, he is now.
So much HP.
He was supposed to be at it earlier.
Is the this thing's not dead, it's just like stunned,
It is
right?
stunned, correct.
Right. We gotta get the
Its
core
aura is
out,
disabled.
correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, not my necessarily primary area of expertise, but I got Tinker Tool Prof. I can.
Somebody unplug the machine.
Yeah, I'll give Handy a hand with
Lamau.
trying to get the core out.
Yep, Handy is 100%. Alright, where's the battery panel?
Alright, you can roll me a tinkering tool check at advantage.
Can we take a short rest while they do that?
Yeah, but just know it won't be done before the 15 minutes are, and the 10 minutes are up. You'll be like,
Well,
I'm relaxing, taking a short rest.
Yeah.
The mech activates, and you're like, ah, shit.
ah shit.
Okay,
Ooh, that's
Come on,
20.
bro, we're taking
Oh,
a
okay.
rest.
go.
fuck.
And a 19. God dang.
Ah, so
Oh,
close.
handy.
You see Handy just kind of orders out his own toolkit, and just like, this is something that is exciting and both familiar to him at the same time. It's new and the same. It's a very strange place to be. It's like a sort of. It's close to him like disassembling his cousin, in a weird way. Like same sort of model, same sort of general building structure as himself. But there's a lot more detail and like work put into it, which is not like an insult to Handy's existence, but rather this was something that was made to be more complicated, but it was never finished. And it's very clear as Handy's like popping it open, it's like the wires aren't organized, this thing's a mess, there's like a circuit board or two missing, and it's just like, oh my. But it's relatively easy to very cleanly kind of like reorganize some of it and then just pull out the the cracked power core, which is like this bluish green center core, which has a massive kind of like gash down the center of it. That looks like it was cracked or dropped, and somebody still plugged it in.
This thing's damaged. What? Why do you even put it in? Well, we're lucky it didn't explode.
What? I'm
It
assuming-
did a few times actually.
Wait, what? Is that a bulb?
No, but it could be if handled poorly.
I think I step back.
I think a step closer.
Yep.
And I like turn to Handy as he's like finishing disassembling the thing, and
It's
I'll say
turned
to
up.
him.
It ain't gonna explode anytime soon.
Yeah, good work, Handy. You think you could like rebuild it and like make it work for us?
Did you think I had any other plans?
Amazing! I'm proud of you, man. Just do your thing. If you want any help, I've no fucking clue how to, build something, but I've read some things. I can help you if you want.
Well, maybe the guy who built it left him user's manual or something.
Maybe now that it's dead, we can, go into the thing and we could find something,
Eh, Testing the construct. Laugh is as simple as whether or not there's landing in it. But it is, well, so you can't really state the conventional kind of dead or the conventional kind of alive. It's just, I think the most fitting term is probably just off.
Well, at the very least, we ought to rummage around a little bit, see if we can't find anything that's give us some hints on this thing. Father's gonna make his way back down the stairs here, and this center set of stairs here, can this still get back up onto that platform?
Yes. But you can see it is currently rotating slowly.
Yeah, that's fine. I would make my way up there and start rummaging around in that little like workspace or whatever.
Yeah, you can roll me an investigation.
I'm gonna move toward this entrance up here.
Yeah, I'll join.
That they were blocking up. That something was blocking off earlier.
I'll join luck.
Oh, ignore that. Where's my? Let me just change the fucking score. What is that? A whole -1 for 16.
Yes. Alright, with the 16, as you start digging around through these papers and stuff, you see most of it don't seem to... They seem more like close schematics, like with your weapons and your own stuff, that seem relatively old comparatively to like the final design of the creation. It's probably like the original blueprint that is still on the table, like under a bunch of other papers, but it doesn't seem the actual instructions or construction work, like the current updated model information and all that stuff, like it's not here. It definitely should be, but it's not. Like someone else has it, or it's been moved.
Honestly, more than he's interested in the robot, I think he's probably looking for any kind of like information on these Tesla cannon things. See if he can like find anything on.
Yeah, that's not on this workshop station.
Okay. And can I go up to the north through this as well? Like, is there a?
Yeah, but again, it's a little spinning, so you gotta do a little hop onto it, but it's pretty easy.
Cool. I mean, I can just lightning boots my way up the fucking thing as well if need be.
You know, it's just a hop because it's not grinding on the gear.
Very cool.
Or this part specifically isn't, so you can
head up towards that door or whatever that is.
Alright. Nogas follows. Actually, Nogas, he follows and he looks at the big monster. It just sit. It never get up again.
For now, well, hopefully we might be able to, reprogram.
It won't get up. It won't get up till I put it. Till I fix up its heart.
You have heart of enemy.
It's an unconventional one, so it'll. So I can put it back and it'll be fine. So I'm keeping this on me.
Can we get more hearts of enemies?
Maybe more metal ones, but I don't think.
I'll take it as a yes.
Lucas, can I ask you something?
Yes.
Have you ever, eaten the heart of someone?
He blinks. Maybe. I don't remember.
They're pretty good, right?
I'll just walk into the fucking thing.
Yes? Question mark? Moves to follow.
Shinry's really starting to rethink his life decisions.
It's always the case, isn't it?
I mean, look, if having an interaction with Verm doesn't make you rethink your life decisions, then Verm is not doing his thing, right?
Where did I go wrong to end up here? In front of this small thing.
True. Alright, and you guys move over. Stepping down. As you make your way down, you notice that this place, while it looks large, seems to be mostly a working of one singular purpose. So it's kind of like that's the main hall. This is the entire maintenance shaft all the way down to the bottom. And as you're kind of like making your way down, you can see gears turning, water flowing, and it's like a pretty nice kind of waterfall at sight. Like you know that scene in Incredibles where you're just looking at the lava that's flowing, and you can see like the really cool. That's what this walk-in area is like.
Okay.
And as you step down, there's a little doorway. That's a little like for the medium-sized creatures, you guys have to crouch to just fit through. But for the small-sized creatures, it is just about right. And as you walk through that little, or kind of like squeeze through, you hear a kind of zzz sound, and then doop doop little footsteps. And there is a creature that approaches. It is like two walking tin boxes with little legs, and as it like approaches, you're like, oh, it's just a robot. And then you see its face, and you're pretty sure it has a humanoid face, kind of like stitched into the machinery. You're not quite sure, but it approaches and it goes, "Hello."
Oh God.
Hey!
You're not allowed to be here.
Dear gracious goodness, that it's one of those things. Oh jeez.
You're one of what things?
Why are we not allowed here? What are you talking about?
Do you own this place now?
Yeah, totally.
Roll me a deception check.
God damn it! Why am I doing this?
I don't
You're the
know.
one who
You
lied.
spoke up.
Okay. Just, not good, not bad. Okay.
Okay. Steps aside.
I'll turn to the group and say to like,
See, it's easy as that. We could have done the same with the big robot and it would have worked.
I doubt it.
Like, Shinri almost fucking died, and we could have just said, like, hey, I own the place. Like,
Yeah.
you people need
The
to be
robot
less
blinks.
violent, okay?
No, the robot blinks.
oh, so he's still there. I thought he
Yeah, no, he steps slightly out of the way so you can walk, and he's still there, just blinking.
Okay.
I'm just. Do I know what this is?
You guys can roll me Arcana or Religion checks.
Do you want a -1 or
How
minus
about
Oh
faith
my
checks?
Yeah, sure.
I don't have either of those, so I'm not gonna
Hey,
roll.
Great.
Okay, we'll start at the bottom of all of these rolls with Verm at a 9. You and Shinri realize this is some sort of magical creature, but it's not like anything you've ever seen before. And you have an inkling, you might know what it is, but it's like on the tip of your tongue. It's like, I swear to God, I've seen some horrific thing that is related to this sort of stuff. Maybe, probably, at least in a story or something. With the faith check, Father, as you're kind of like looking it over, it doesn't feel the same way the spirits of the land do, but it has that same sort of presence, energy. And with the 20 handy, you remember your creators, like parts and pieces, always like little droplets of memories. You remember that one of the things that had inspired their workings were the creations of the Lord of Order himself, Primus, and his little minions, though perhaps not as horrific as his minions. And they often took little boxy shapes, or sometimes cylindrical or round spheres, with limbs to go grab information collected and bring it back home. And, well, you realize this little fucker is probably a Modron of some kind. But you aren't too well versed with what they are or their specific titles.
Thanks for name dropping the god of Transformers.
Damn.
What?
Look it up. It's real.
It's
It is. The Transformers god is named Primus.
So
Yeah,
it's the god
so-
of the Modrons named Primus.
That's one name they
Canis,
give up.
but yes.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Beautiful.
Don't worry about it. I got you, Si. I got you.
countless things of.
They're the same picture. It's just like Talos in D&D and Talos in Skyrim.
Yeah.
Except one's actually a god.
Ooh.
It's a
To-
Modron.
We're having some hot takes today, aren't we? Okay.
They are true mechanical.
They call me
life.
Hi Guy.
Is pretty as it is.
Who calls you hi, guy?
Yeah.
You, the people who own it. This place. They let me
Yes.
stay here. Take notes.
Yes, we do. I say, and I sort of like look over to like Handy, like, what the fuck is this? Why is it talking?
So,
It's Modron. These
hi,
things
guy.
are well, they're a special kind of whatever they are.
I take notes.
That's true.
No.
what kind of notes you take, hi guy?
All notes.
Can you show your notes to your owners?
You're not my owners. I'm
I-
not a
we-
slave.
We kind of not. I mean, I'm not saying owner in that way. I'm saying owner like in you're part of this place and we own the place. You know, I'm sorry.
No, you're not my boss.
He's not part of the place, he's just an accessory to the place.
Correct. I believe the colloquial term is squatting. And he does a little squat.
It,
If we own the place and we're not your boss, who's your boss?
Primus.
Right. Can we talk to this Primus?
No.
Guy? Why not?
He's
'cause
busy.
he's on the Vern Primus is a god.
Oh, okay.
Wait, there's a god named Primus?
I mean, if like, do you talk with this guy, with this your god Primus, like constantly?
No. I send messages. We call them memos.
Can we like send one of these messages?
No.
Why not?
You don't work for Primus.
So wait, hi guy, are you going to assist us in any way, shape, or form?
What do you need help with?
Finding your notes.
Well, I know where they are.
Could you show us?
He taps his little square head.
Digital. Dang it.
Can we open his head?
Do you start approaching him? He's like, no.
No,
It
I'm
is
looking
in my
I'm looking to
brain.
the audience, like really confused because Shinri has no fucking clue what he's doing right now. He has like just this weird box thing with a face. He's just started talking to him. Do we open the head? What?
No, it's
not.
We don't have the ability to read it. It's in a it is a language comprised of patterns of lightning coursing through metal. It is.
Wait, how?
It's
What
about.
do you mean a
It's gonna be
language?
as easy to read as picking as learning someone's life story by picking their brain. Well,
So
probably a little easier, but still, we are equally equipped for that.
okay.
I mean, I'm just gonna. I think we're all thinking it. I'm just gonna go out and say it. Do any of you have any fucking clue what Handy's talking about?
I do.
Well, you look pretty smart, hi guy. To be fair.
I am as smart as two of me. Well, two of lesser me. Two guys.
Right.
One high guy.
He's a kind of Modron called a duodrone. basically, you stack two Modrons on top of each other. You get him. You get one of him.
Yes.
So if I stack you with another high guy, what do I get?
He looks at you. You're not allowed to do that.
I mean, I was not going to do it. I was just asking a question.
You'd get a Quadrone Verm.
Oh,
How high can you stack though?
yeah.
You can roll
So
mirror
high you can
languages.
you can just regret your asking now.
You guys can roll religion checks again, since it's being said repeatedly. For some of you who
Okay.
might have hints.
Come on, Shinri.
I'm
I
rolling
believe.
so low.
Generally, you have no idea. But Handy, you know the second under Primus is called, ironically, and pretty simply, Secondus, which is the most powerful type of Modron, right below Primus himself.
Let's see. Top. Oh boy, these guys have very literal names. The Promise's second in command is a whole bunch of Modrons stacked together. He is called Secondus.
So the third one is Thirdus?
Probably
Meaning this one?
Tertius or something.
Tertitian.
Huh. So like, do they just walk around and gather information?
We march
To where?
And
everywhere.
sort of an endless ticking of time type deal.
Huh. Okay.
So do we want to take this guy with us?
No. Just no. Let us leave him here. Please.
Okay. And he sits down.
One other thing, hi guy. So you said you have your notes in your head, right?
Yes?
Can you share them with us?
No.
I'm just looking at Father like, what's going on? Like, like shrugging, like, what the fuck is this?
Why does he exist? Why is he here?
Honestly, the father does like as soon as he said that he was basically just squatting here. The father's just like, man, fuck this. It's just like, can I just go past him? Like, just go into the fuck.
Good luck. Yeah, you guys can just walk past Tiger. He doesn't stop you.
Yep.
I'll just like, as we're leaving, I'll just say like,
Well, it's been great talking with you, hi guy. You've been absolutely not helpful at all.
Thank you.
I hope you find what you're looking for, and if you send like a memo to your whatever it's called, guy Primus, just say like hi, like Burm says hi, tell him that.
Roll me a D100.
oh my god.
I'm notating this stuff for later.
Oh boy. Do you want low or high on this?
Okay, you're good.
64.
You're good. I mean, if he rolled below 5, 3 months from now he'd get a text from Primus that says hello, and that's it.
Amazing.
Once he gets through all that fucking paperwork.
Yeah, I'll just follow Father into the thing.
Me too.
Yeah. Okay. Further down into the facility, you notice that it kind of narrows for a bit. and then opens into another wider room similar to the one up above. But this is down below, and you can see it's where that large mechanism up above kind of led to. And you see on the walls there are linings of kind of like drawers almost, with labels. Okay, you can just put them there.
Are these yours?
Yeah. Okay. With labels, like on little boxes that are kind of spread out and around. You see there's a big series of 3 tables laid across from each other with little straps and machinery wiring near them. You see there's like a little lamp that is like flickering on now that it's powered, and it's kind of really cold down here. And there's several crates that seem to have metal and other components inside them, like gears and the like.
Can we see if like in this room there's any like Handy was saying, like instruction manual or something, like some blueprints or
Yeah, you
stuff
guys
like
can
that.
roll investigation.
I'll throw a general perception check for this area as well.
Me too.
Ooh boy.
Come on. Oh!
Not 20 on the investigation.
That makes sense.
Vermin Handy just snooping.
Yeah.
Shinry and Luck looking around, just kind of not really, just like looking in the crates. They find metal. Looking in boxes, they find weird little like ropes and like little, just kind of like electrical equipment, little cables. Father Emery, there's this chill about this place that is uncomfortable to you. It's like there's some vibe about this place that just feels wrong, like just deep down, it's not good. It's not good vibes. But you don't spot any kind of like immediate danger. We'll move to Handy next. Handy, as you're kind of like moving through the supplies and the little wall kind of drawers, you pull one open and you see kind of like mechanical components similar to things you saw in the large like machine up above, though they look older and more like unrefined and very like half done. They're kind of like Warforged heads essentially, and like bits and pieces. And it looks like someone was trying to construct like an army or maybe just one very good robot. And Verm, as you are like looking at the lower kind of drawers where you can reach, you just pull one open and you find a little drawer filled with beating hearts that are kept cold. Like beating humanoid hearts.
Okay. Like how many? Like a dozen?
Nah, just about. And in the one drawer you open.
I'm gonna sniff them like.
They're cold.
What does it smell like?
They're chilly. You can see there's some enchantments on the boxes and stuff. Like this place is keeping them.
Oh, so the drawer is like a fridge basically.
These are body fridges.
Okay.
With other stuff.
So they don't smell like rotten or something?
Nope. It's all
Okay.
fresh. But how fresh you don't know. But it looks fresh.
I'll kind of like very carefully just like poke one of the hearts with a finger.
Yeah, they're in little cases. I should clarify.
Oh, they're little cases.
Yeah, little cases. They're not just exposed beating hearts.
Oh,
I
okay.
should have clarified. But you can very easily just like slip the lid off and touch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it beats. You kind of press on it. It's warm. Chilly but warm. Like it's a weird kind of like it's like when you're grabbing something that is just reheated out of the microwave and it's like you can tell it was just cold, but it's like warm. Yeah, like that.
And like are there any cases that are empty or are all the cases here filled
In
with
this
like a
drawer,
heart?
in the drawer
in
you
this drawer.
found with the natural 20, they are all full.
All full. Okay. Is anyone looking at me?
Not immediately. They just see you poking around in the drawer.
Okay. I'm gonna like the heart that I'm like poking. I'm gonna pocket it.
Okay.
Wait. Can I? I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna pocket it with the case. Like.
Okay. Put it in this
just
case.
keep it in. Yeah. Put it in this case and keep the case with me. and then I'm going to I'm going to like talk to like turn around like say like
Hey, I found something here. That's kind of interesting.
and I'll point them all to the drawer that I'm checking out.
Alright. What's in the drawer?
You know, cases with beating humanoid hearts.
Mm. Uh.
I honestly thought the Burn was gonna just dump the heart somewhere and like, guys, look, I found this cold box, we can store food in.
So yeah, I think that um, I don't know what the fuck this means, but you know, we have some hearts.
Berm, did you take one for a snack already?
No, of course not, man. Dangerous place. I wouldn't just eat a heart that I found in a drawer.
Why are they still beating?
It didn't say you wouldn't take one though. Oh, there's. Oh, that is creepy.
I mean, look, I just opened the drawer and immediately just turned around and told you guys about it. Like, look, if I'm gonna eat a heart, it's gonna be a heart from like you know, like someone that has given consent. You know, like I'm not just gonna eat like some random heart, okay? Like that's just disrespectful, okay?
Well,
Like look, maybe
Who
like
would give you
if
consent to eat their heart?
like I mean I don't know like I mean Sherry, okay, look,
I mean,
when
lizard
when you
men
die,
do.
can I eat your heart?
No.
Okay, then there's not consent that I'm not gonna eat his fucking heart when he dies.
I mean, lizard men do cannibalize to conserve food, so.
What do you mean cannibalize? I'm not a kobold.
I mean, it's the
different,
same
Andy.
kind of logic. Don't.
Like
In
okay,
harsh conditions, meat is meat.
okay, yeah, Handy is right. Back in my tribe of kobolds, we would do that. Like we would just eat another tribe member that would die or that we would kill. But I always thought that was a little, you know, barbaric. It was savage. Um, so like if you wanna eat someone's body parts and heart and eyes and delicious tongues and ears and you know, um,
Their thighs.
they're don't get me started on the thighs, man. Um, you need to ask for permission before they die. You know, like if you know, like
Is everyone just looking at me as I'm
Yep.
talking?
Yep.
Yep.
am I making any sense to you guys?
Really
In a
enough,
verm
yes.
sort of sense.
Okay, I'm glad. I was like I've been thinking a lot about this. Okay, like this is a big deal for me.
You're making sense and I don't like it.
Great. But you know, like rules. Okay, like I'm writing a book. Okay, like
I like start pulling out a book. I open it. Uh, it's I mean I don't know if any of you know, but it's in Draconic, you know. Just and Berm has the handwriting of like a 5-year-old, right?
Yep.
But even if you did know Draconic, you couldn't read it.
Yeah, basically.
so it's a whole thing about eating hearts. Like there are rules for like kobolds and for like orcs and for like humans and
He just start going like he just starts fucking.
Is this where we're at now?
Inri's left at this point. Like,
Shinra just walks off to open another drawer.
yeah.
But yeah,
This is his whole own rabbit
with
hole.
those investigation checks, you find out that there's a couple more kind of like still semi-functioning humanoid, like critical organs, like a couple of hearts, a couple of lungs, are the most common that you find. The most disturbing of which is you realize as you're kind of like looking through it, those cables aren't made of traditional conductors; they're made out of people's nervous systems.
Oh god.
Yeah, and it starts to dawn on you that whoever's here or was here was making people into robot people.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh boy.
So definitely a necromancer, just not the necromancer you were looking for.
This. Yeesh.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
And time for treasure.
Hey.
Oh, yo, okay.
Yo.
Okay, so first question:
the
Are you
trouble was worth it.
Are you taking the body part?
I'm like, if no one says anything about like the hearts that we found, I'm just gonna fucking take the drawer, okay? Like the fridge drawer. Can I take the fridge drawer? Can
you
I
can
just
take
like
one
pull
of
it
them.
out?
You can only really fit one
Okay.
of them in the wagon.
Okay, and is it like it remains
Yeah, it's
functional?
not.
Okay,
These
amazing.
are enchanted, not one of the powered things that the facility is powering.
Andy is just checking the state of the heads to see if.
None
Oh,
of them are functioning, but they're like on the
Okay.
verge of it.
okay.
We're just gonna look around, try to look like he knows what he's doing.
But in terms of loot, there is about 5,000 gold in valuables that are not made of people. But we're talking like gems, equipment, tools, that sort of stuff, the things you can offsell or even use for your own constructions.
Mhm.
There's not much down here anymore. It looks like it has been abandoned for a good bit, even if the facility is clean and left orderly. It's almost like somebody left and had intended to come back but never did.
And okay, are there like so what are we gonna do with the gold? Are we just gonna put the whole 5,000 in the group?
I just put it in our loot page. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Bring it up.
I'm gonna take the
can do that.
heads, see if I
Okay.
can at least give them a better future than just being holed up in here.
And with my, I mean, I don't know if I need to roll again, but with my nat 20 investigation, like, could I find any journals, any, like I said, like,
Yeah, with the nat 20, that's why I'm notating. All of the things you found in here are the things I described to you. There is a
Okay.
distinct. It's definitely like a wizard that was here is like, I intend on coming back, but not for a little bit. So he's taken all of his important
he's
stuff with
taking
him.
all of his shit. Okay.
What?
I'm in class. Shit. I'm feeling well.
Okay, you can lay down over here. I'm literally putting the blanket on her. Never ever get peace. Anyway. Yeah, that's what you guys get from the Necromancer's Lair. In addition to hauling the static guardians, unmoving, kind of.
To clarify, that there's nothing on the Tesla things at all here.
Nope, that has also been taken. It's definitely like you guys know, like those classic, like, oh, I'll be back in the house in like 20 minutes, just gotta run an errand, and then you never come home for like 3
Yeah,
hours.
classic. Happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, where it's like one errand,
Yeah,
20 minutes, one errand, and you come back like 4 hours later, like, goddamn.
Your PC on like sleep mode instead of just turning it off.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool.
That's what's going on here.
In that case, I'm leaving the room, and I'm going
Unhooking it.
to. Huh?
Unhooking it.
Well, yeah. First, hooking it from the power. From,
Boy.
like, just like disconnecting one of the gears, so it's
Unplug.
not like powered up.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna start disassembling.
Yeah, you can roll me Tinker's tool.
Okay.
I'm gonna do my best.
Do you want a hand-sized Tesla cannon?
Yes.
Either that or just ideas
For the
towards.
wall?
Huh?
Put them on your wall.
No,
Yeah,
it's like either ideas towards additional weaponry, ideas towards ammunition types, power sources, any of
Okay.
that kind of thing for his weaponry.
Okay, yeah. I get you.
100% Handy's giving him advantage.
All right.
Help action. Lightning gun.
Um,
Hee hee hee.
Lightning gun,
Gunslingers
baby.
together strong.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna roll. I don't know what to roll here. I have +3 for wisdom and +3 for prof, so I don't know. I guess
Insight?
I'll just roll insight.
Or
yeah.
your perception.
God.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Not great.
Oh.
Okay, so I know exactly what happens. As you're kind of like unhooking one of the gears for the safety measures, there's just like you click, it's like the gears pull, like definitely should be safe. You kind of remove it from the kind of network, and then there's just a crackling spark, and it's just like, oh boy. It's like you know what, like how there's safety paneling on walls, and like it's like you just took the cover off, and it's just like, oh, there's a bunch of cables in here, and they're all electrified. So this one's a bust, but you got 3 more.
I was gonna say, hey, I got 3 more shots. Yeah, we'll go to the one further south then.
Okay.
Question is,
They are arguing outside.
Oh yeah,
I
almost
think this time Handy will be the one doing it.
Oh well, shit.
Darn it, next time.
Yeah,
The
sorry.
second one. The second one, you managed to get some components from it, but again, it's not so easy. Like you learned from the first one, is like, don't remove that gear, remove the one that is plugged into. And it's like you managed to get some parts of it, but it's not like a whole kind of semi-working version of it. It's still very much like there are some pieces here and there. They get a little bit bent, a little bit twisted that you'd have to figure out how to repair properly before getting any use out of it. But it's like a solid haul.
Okay. I mean, yeah, he's not even so much for the
Yeah. Just
the
to have an
components,
understanding.
but just yeah, like an understanding of the
Mhm.
how it's put together
You could also sell all the parts of these if you guys want to loot them.
as well. Yeah.
It is raw metal.
Take what we need.
And are you doing disassembling the other 2 as well to try to get more
Yeah,
progress
go
on it?
back up here.
Okay. You can roll me them. Whoever you want.
I'll let Andy can roll this one if he wants.
I believe.
I've been rolling hot today. All right. Tinker's check, right?
Yes.
All right.
I didn't. Oh my god.
Hey.
There we
Okay.
go. With 22, you
Okay.
managed to kind of unhook most of the cannon pretty easily. It just takes time, but now you have it, right? No rush or anything. You just kind of one by one unscrewing the things holding it bolted down in place. There's a moment where you just kind of like look at the bolt and you're like, like popping it out. Takes a little bit of help from others, but you manage it and you get a pretty much almost untarnished version of the coils pulled out. It's really fucking heavy, but you can drag it around, and if you could find a way to get the gears turning on their own or powered in a different way, it could probably shoot pretty alright, Tesla. Like, it could probably work. Maybe.
Hell yeah. I think we found what we're putting on the fucking walls of our town.
Now you're gonna industrialize.
Yeah.
Our electric cannon. We have no electricity. Shit.
Fuck. Should have thought about this.
Thinking 3 steps ahead without taking those 3 steps.
Like, yeah, 3 steps ahead, 4 steps back. I mean, I don't know if like, I know Handy and Father are like working on the guns, but
Still
The-
not great for the last one.
Last one, you get a pretty solid understanding of their construction, but still, these are like old and like not intended to be moved, so it's like pretty like not minimal, but like not too bad, like moderate damages to remove them.
Okay. Works for me.
That's about 20k in raw materials if you want to sell all 4.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot. You notice there's a lot of expensive alloys
Like
that it is
rare
made out of.
metals, yeah. I'll put that in the loot page.
But that's also the price for making them, huh? It's like, you can make fake. How much do these cost to make? You know, just casual 20k in raw materials alone.
Portal, the freezer that I, fucking swiped.
Those are traditional on the mainland, so some of the party members have already seen stuff like that. Mostly Shinri would know, and Handy as well. They're pretty standardized.
How about the things generating the barrier?
Oh, the little. You want to unhook those?
The little lightning rod things.
Yeah, they're still.
That is what's generating it, right?
They're still kind of crackling. turned
Cool.
on right now.
First things first, then. I want to go over to where we plugged in that gem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Socket it in real nice.
I was about to say that. Let's not forget the water gem.
Mhm.
Well, there's a multitude of gems in there,
Correct.
wasn't there? There was,
Mhm.
yeah.
There's 3 others.
Oh, grab them all.
Well, you gotta come do
That's-
that because we can't
Yeah,
fit.
yeah. Yeah. Before that, I just want to do like something real quick in the room with all
Yeah.
the body parts. How many? Okay, I'm gonna ask you this. The
37.
okay, thank you. No, I mean, like how many body parts can I fit in the in the freezer that I have?
Oh, in the one freezer, they're not designed to be like you could fit more, honestly.
Mhm.
But it wouldn't be. It wouldn't. You wouldn't have the guarantee that it's like this is neatly organized and kept at a safe thing, so nothing gets damaged. If you just start stuffing body parts in there until it's to the brim, you know the quality is gonna diminish with the like roughness on the road and everything.
Yeah.
So it really is
Hmm.
how well do you want it to last on the trip?
I just and how like what kind of body parts are in this room? Like just
Like I said,
hearts and heads?
mostly organs.
Mostly organs.
Mhm. In the drawers.
Okay. I'm gonna try. Can I try and like and if I have to like, uh, put some hearts out of the thing, I will. But I want to try to get like two like two of each kind of organs,
Yeah, you would
put
have to
in the
remove.
drawer.
You would have to remove some body parts, but you could definitely do 2 full kind of like organs and nervous system cables
Hmm.
and all that
Exactly.
sort of stuff.
Yeah, I'll do that, and I'll head out, like kind of dragging the. Is this like I'm
It's
guessing this thing
heavy.
is pretty heavy. Yeah,
You could have someone else carry it for you.
yeah. I'll just ask Locust like, hey man, can you do me a solid and like
He picks
carry
it up.
this?
He picks
Thank
it,
you, man.
He picks it up while you're holding it.
Yeah, and head out and join the
Mhm.
others.
Alrighty. Regroup, reloot. The wagon is pretty close to like full capacity on weight. Like it's so much materials and stuff that is like moving much. Like moving is gonna be hard if you continue on untraveled roads. If you're trying to make a lot of progress, it'll just slow you down because there's encumbrance within reasonability.
Didn't we
Yeah.
just empty out our overloaded cart?
Yes.
Yup.
Okay.
Did I mention that you looted 4 Tesla coils worth of materials and a whole ass fridge?
um.
So before we left, did we get the gems? We got the
Yeah, the
gems and all that.
gems.
And did
Yeah,
we do anything with the lightning rods?
it would
Yeah,
it
I'll
wouldn't
go
be
into
hard
the.
to unsocket the gems. The other 3 don't seem as potent as the one you put in, and you can see the water one seems to have dimmed a little bit, but it still maintains its properties for now. But the other 3
Okay.
are kind of like basically on fumes, and you'd have to figure out how to
Gotcha,
hook them back up
recharge
to.
those.
Yep.
Okay.
Somebody didn't replace the AAA batteries.
Need that.
And you said the old gems were the same color or the same kind?
No, there's red, green, and yellow, and then blue, which is the one you guys have.
Which is the one we got? Yeah. Okay.
So I mean, here's the thing: we could go back to Waste Mound and offload some of this stuff, for raw currency, as well as to let them know that we finished or we took care of that goblin camp as well.
Mm.
Because we're not
Yeah.
that far from Waste Mound. Plus, we go double speed since we've explored that area. So.
You can pop in back in like 3 days.
Yeah, that's probably the best way of doing it, to be honest.
Yeah. 'Cause we're not even done with the first half of our journey yet. We're gonna be here for a while.
I mean, the problem did we sell like all the meat? Because it's probably gonna go bad unless we.
Most
Yeah,
of it, yeah.
we sold all of that except for a very small amount for like
which
some
you
extra
guys
ration.
which you guys jerkied and like treated.
We never got to make the
Smoked
Katoris
it.
fried chicken.
Damn. You said I'm putting the gems on the loot thing.
Mhm.
You said red, green, and what else?
Yellow.
Green and yellow. Okay.
Is there any magic on those?
It had magic, but it is like almost it's basically empty.
Okay. What about the sword?
The sword, it is a big enchanted blade, but it is also huge.
Okay.
I'll put that on there, I guess. We knew it was a +2 something or other, right?
Mm-hmm. Correct. But there's one minor problem. None of you can use it. It is too big.
Hello, can use it?
Nope.
Damn.
No, but the Static Guardian can use it once we rebuild it.
Correct. Oh yeah. Also, full weight. Bring that dude. That dude's fucking heavy.
Yeah. Or are we? Do we? This is gonna be a while.
Yeah.
I mean, the other option is, I guess we could fucking go back to town with what we have now, and then just take the opposite route out from town and do them in that order, and then circle back around.
Yeah.
If we
That
really
might
want to
actually
offload
be
everything.
longer.
Oh, it'll be longer, but at least we would have space for all the shit that we'll probably acquire through that.
We could just go back to Katoris and offload a fuck.
That's
ton
what he's
then.
saying.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Okay, so I thought you meant going back to Waste Mountain. Yeah, no.
No, he meant go
Yeah.
all the way
I mean,
back
we
to
could go to
Katoris.
Waste Mountain and offload some of this stuff, but we'd
Mhm.
still have like the Static Guardian, who's fucking huge and like.
Massive
Yeah.
boy.
So.
I don't know. What do we?
I mean,
wanna do?
okay. I guess the other option is we go to Waste Mountain, see if we can get a second wagon.
Damn, he's on.
That
caught
was
me.
what I was thinking actually.
Yeah.
Like get a second wagon.
They played me.
Makes it a bigger target, but yeah, I mean, you can get a second wagon. We
Yeah,
have a
for sure.
lot of fucking gold.
You could definitely afford it.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the plan?
Yeah, let's do that then, since we're already out here.
Yeah, let's do that.
Since it's just a day's travel, you don't have to worry too much about survival check stuff, especially since you just did the journey. It's a very quiet one. Over back to Waste Mountain, where you can offload all your things and buy a wagon. And what kind of horses are you looking at? If you want normal horses or some of the weirder wildlife. As,
They find weirder
What
ones.
kind of wildlife do they have?
Yeah.
they've got the big oxes, the six-legged ones.
Six-legged oxes.
I mean, oxes could pull more weight, right? Like if
Yeah,
we.
you could also get normal oxes. They're just a little bit slower.
If we were attempting to maximize speed and carrying capacity, Portal,
You need
what
more
would
wagons.
be the recommendation?
Yeah.
You need more wagons is the recommendation.
Yes, which we're doing.
No, I meant like
More.
supreme.
A whole fleet.
A whole fleet of wagons. If you want to go super fast. The six-legged ox can pull pretty. They're just a little bit faster than regular oxes, but they have less carrying capacity. If you bring oxes,
Okay.
you could definitely like loot another 2 static guardians and put them in the wagons and not have any trouble.
Oh shit.
With the oxen pulled ones.
Oxes are tough as hell.
Yeah, that's. I think we should do oxes.
Yeah.
It works for me. What kind of cost are we looking at for 2 additional wagons?
To do for 2 additional
Ooh.
wagons. So each wagon costs 35 gold, and they can hold 400 pounds. If you want bigger ones, it's double that, which is 70 for 800. And if you want the mega wagons, they don't sell them here, and you'd have to make them.
That's fine. So we're gonna go the largest one. We can buy 2 of those. So 140.
Upgrades, people.
Upgrades.
People. I mean,
Yeah.
the one we already have is one of the mega ones, isn't it? This is a big fucking wagon. Yeah.
Correct. It's one of the ones that you. It was. These are caravanning wagons,
Yeah.
right? Like that are supposed to come like 6 or 7 of them hitched together with multiple people, like multiple guards and stuff. From Ryder, like you know how Ryder is with his caravans. They're
Yeah.
pretty beefy, and they have pretty good security. And you guys are just sort of starting a small budget, air quote one, because you don't have the sort of manpower to fully defend it. But also, it's quality versus number. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you could definitely get 2 additional ones for 140. You'd need like a total of like 6 oxes to pull everything without any delays, which means you have to
Okay.
buy the food. The oxes are 50 gold apiece.
It's fine. 300, 440. So 440, and then food.
Mm-hmm.
Assume it's not that expensive. but-
Feed is that is 0.05
5
gold. Is
copper. A
5 copper.
a day,
5
remember?
copper a day.
That's not so bad considering
Yeah.
Per
Yeah,
animal.
quite a lot.
Per animal.
Ones.
All right, let me do the math.
Spreadsheet.
Thank you. Thank
Rising
you,
Heights.
Cleve.
I am the game of spreadsheet.
All right. So we have what, 6 oxes total, right?
Mhm.
And would that be that's for all 3 wagons, correct?
Correct.
It's
Yeah. Cool.
that's 3 gold a day to feed them.
No.
No?
I thought it was 5
Isn't it?
copper for.
And it's
to
5
feed
copper
one.
a day.
Yeah, and it's 6
Per.
oxes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's 3 silver, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, silver. Sorry.
And for reference, if you guys have no delays, you guys have
Like a month and something.
it is, let's see, 10 days here. 12 16
I remember it being mentioned like
20
2 months around there.
Yeah, and I
24.
figure we're roughly at the halfway point was my thought process.
28. Just under like 35 days.
Yeah. I was thinking of
Oh,
for
just
45.
Yeah, close. Yeah, just about with minimal delays. It's about 45, 50 days left in the trip.
So it's 135 silver, so 13 gold, 5 silver
Mhm.
for feed.
Yep.
Plus
so much,
the 440,
so much food.
450,
Oh, my chunks food.
453 gold and 5 silver.
Yeah, luckily you have empty wagons now.
Yep.
Replace
that'll
food with
decrease
loot.
as we go along. Yeah.
Just one whole ass wagon is dedicated to just food.
I mean, for bigger caravans, it's 1 or 2, and then it like
Yeah.
It's a good thing we're not a bigger caravan then.
yeah. True.
Yet.
Yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are gonna become expeditions where you bring whole fucking teams. It's gonna be great.
Yippee!
You thought you could escape the spreadsheets on the adventure? Joke's on you if you're looting everything.
We thought we were playing Town Simulator. We're actually playing Oregon Trail.
It's closer. I think the closest thing is more like Elite Dangerous, where it's like everything you do, you gotta maximize your profits, my friend, or be a bastard. Anyway.
Same thing.
We already found the organs.
Yep. You have a freezer for it.
Yeah, you got a freezer too. Nice. And then you can head back on the main road to continue your journey towards Triple Ridge.
So it's you said it was a day travel to Waste Mountain.
A day and a half ish.
Long rest, right? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, do we get the long rest? Yes, my health.
Did we level up to you?
Not quite yet.
Mm.
You'll get it.
Yeah, we got.
Almost,
I
boys.
think. There's still Mr. Bandito Dorito to get.
1, 2,
Yeah, we need to
Also,
3.
kill the boss.
At some point, I would have attuned to the giant sword, mostly to learn what it was.
It has a +2 enchantment, and it gives you the feature Thunderous Arrival.
Oh, okay.
So whenever you move 60 feet or more in a round, you deal an additional D10 of lightning damage on all attacks. But also, you can't run. You can't take the. You can't run with the way it's too big.
Yeah.
I mean, if we manage to like.
Oh,
take
I
it
should
off
mention
board.
it also has bonus critical damage.
Mm.
It does an
If we manage to
additional.
take it apart,
It
like,
does an additional 2d10 lightning damage when you critically hit.
Question, DM.
Mhm.
I also saw something about it being adamantine, or was I just imagining that?
Nope. That is the material that is made from it, but it's enchanted.
That is the adamantine part is very good to know for
Yeah,
like
okay.
scrapping.
Yeah, it's super important, super good.
Yeah,
If you
yeah.
scrap it though, you don't get those cool enchantments on your mini.
Yeah, I figured. Question, Portal.
Yeah.
I vaguely recall something about magic items resizing for their wielder.
Yeah.
Traditionally, that's the case. This is not one of those items.
This one
Okay.
doesn't. Okay.
Okay, just
Yeah, yeah.
It was
confirming.
not. No, it was
It-
not designed to be
Right.
wielded by
It's-
anything smaller than by anything smaller than a
Think of it-
Goliath.
Think of it like this is enchanted, but it's not like a full like. It was made first as a weapon, and then the enchantments were laced into the weapon after it was crafted.
Yep,
And it's
I
not
gotcha.
something that was
Got
made
it.
at the same time.
What
If
if
you
we,
made a
like,
sword at
take
the same time with magic, if you take it apart, you'd have to roll for construction. You'd have to pay the cost. You'd have to try to find the way to do the enchantments because none of you
I
know how to
gotcha.
do it.
Just wondering. Just
Yeah.
wondering what it did.
Yeah, no, it's a pretty good sword.
I mean,
Okay,
in
I saved that on the loot thing.
in theory, we could like take off a bit of the sides, like thin the blade a lot, and then just extend the handle and get a big ass.
I think it's
like,
a little. I think it's a little bit. Oh yeah. Actually, you know what?
I think
turn
if
it
we
into
do
a-
that,
Just
You
turn it
mean
into
make
a
a
pole
lance?
Just
Yeah.
turn it into a pole arm. Why
You
not?
could turn it into a lance, yeah. It would
Holy
take.
shit.
You wouldn't be able to do that on the road. You'd have to do that at the forge, and there
I
would
feel
be
like it's
chances
a little
of
bit
failure.
more involved than that, but
Yeah. There's a lot of detail work, especially to maintain the magic enchantment when you're altering the shape of the object. It's like a month long or more endeavor, but
Right.
you can make a really cool lance.
yes.
did you reduce the our gold from the thing with the things you bought, the wagons and whatever?
Not yet, because I want to
Okay.
ask Portal about selling stuff. So,
Okay.
for the whole various goods, gems, and all that kind of thing, we're good to
You
just
can-
offload that.
Yeah, offload them up until you get to like the town of Wasteland does not have the resources at the moment to like exchange that amount of money in just raw like their banks aren't that rich.
Right. Well, that's the thing. I wasn't gonna try and offload
Yeah.
like all the rare alloys and shit like that.
Just
it was
the-
just the.
Yeah. The town can afford it, especially split between the different merchants and a little bit of bargaining here and there. And you compress it down to a much more sizable kind of like platinums and coins that are easier to carry.
Okay. I'm gonna remove that one then from the loot thing and put that into the general fund, and then I'll remove our cost for the.
Can I get some money and buy better armor?
I mean, yeah,
Or
they've
not.
got some basic plate armor and other stuff in the town.
Because I'm pretty sure I have chainmail. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have chainmail.
Yeah, you can buy some plate armor if you want.
Yes. I take some of the funds.
You gotta
Shinri.
beg Father Emery to give you the tax write-off.
I don't wanna die, man. Just make me.
Give me armor. We put him in a piece of metal armor. I'm safe. The next enemy you fight is on fire. Fuck.
Plate
Sorry.
is-
What?
Hmm?
What do you? What do you have?
He wants plate. Yeah, it's 1,500 gold. Before.
I mean, I'm fine with getting like even split. Just an upgrade would be nice.
Anything, please, my lord.
Anything.
Anything.
Shinri buys metal suit, feels safe. Fight an enemy that has heat metal. Fuck.
Cries.
Heat metal and shocking grasp at will.
How'd you know, my friends?
I mean, or he just, or he just ticks off Handy and he does, he does that.
Just imagine, I have my anti-heat armor engaged. All right, temperature drops like 30 degrees. I am stuck to my armor.
I am dying.
Actually, now that I think of it,
Wait, hold on. What's the
Oh.
cast rate of heat metal? See, I can just move out the range.
Do we?
now
I
that
was
think of it, full plate would probably be shitty to wear in the middle of a
in a
desert.
fucking
huh?
desert.
Yes, it would be.
How hot is it even?
The
You
temperatures
don't
in the
call it
Deadlands.
Deadlands for
So
nothing.
the Deadlands average temperature in like the desert and the plains regions, which is most of like the general territories, it can go up to 100 degrees Fahrenheit, which is I think is like, fuck, I don't know Celsius, guys, like really hot.
Lamau.
Lamau.
Wait, let me look for it.
Like-
let me do the calculations in my
I think
brain.
it's in the
Saying
range of
Kelvin.
30 Celsius or something. Maybe.
Yeah, 37. Almost 38 Celsius.
Yeah,
Not that bad.
I've been in that degree in a black
Yeah.
suit.
There's
yeah, it's
also
like
the
that
fact
on
that
I mean,
it's
I've
average.
been
very
to Utah
dry and
before,
also prone
in
to
the summer.
random firestorms.
That
Oh,
is-
so that's like
the
regular
average.
days.
Yeah, that's the average. On
That's
like
not a hot day. Okay.
that's no, the hot days are just like people stay inside, like
Yeah.
under shades, and it's like melting temperatures.
With that in mind, could I maybe, and I know maybe this is like a long term, could I like try and
It also goes to negative 10 Celsius.
can
think
I
it's super
try
In
and
the desert.
like maybe figure out the enchantment that is on the freezer, or maybe reproduce it?
Yeah, it's a pretty common one. It's not too difficult.
Oh, okay. So I could like, and yeah, I could
You could
like
put-
enchant the armor so it's
You
know.
could. There's just That's enchantment for a fridge. If you want to turn his plate armor into a refrigerator,
I mean, not a refrigerator, but like like a refrigerator, but with like less cold,
yeah, you'd have to practice it.
Okay.
It's not so
If
simple as
if
just
if
copy
if
Okay,
paste.
okay.
plate armor can have a double purpose while we're just traveling and it's really hot, I can just put it out and then just fry an egg on it.
Yeah. Just cook on it.
Just takes his plate main chest piece off, lays it on the wagon, just starts frying eggs.
Yeah. As far as
That's
the
called the breastplate.
as far as the armor goes, we can obviously do the plate now. We could also probably craft it for a hell of a lot cheaper at Katoris.
Oh yeah, so much
Yeah.
cheaper.
Yeah, I mean, I
And
just
also, it'll
want
probably
an
end up being
upgrade.
magical.
Yeah, you could get
I
it
mean,
enchanted
there's
super
there's
easily.
there's another step up from what do you have right now, right?
chain.
Oh shit, yeah. I mean, we could do what half plate, fucking any of that
Splint.
stuff.
I could take
Splint.
splint. Like it's. Wait, would half plate even be better? Hold on.
Splint would be better if you have a decent dex mod.
I have +2, I think.
Yep, then Splint would be 19, and it's cheaper.
Splint would
What?
not be a 19.
Are you sure? I mean, if you have a shield, but you don't.
I don't.
use shield.
Yeah.
Splint is heavy. Splint gives 17. I have 16. A half plate is 15, 17.
That also gives 17. Yeah.
It's just better to get splint. Like,
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, at least until we get back to Katoris and we can craft a better armor for you.
yeah, that's 200 gold. Not down the drain.
Put it
It's
away from the bed.
Why are you doing this in here?
it's an investment.
I'm removing that from the general fund then for you. This one.
Please tell me.
Are you using
the
like
item
compressed air to
has
clean the
splint.
house?
To clean the fan.
Come on.
You should have seen how much dust was in mine.
Okay.
There's adamantite splint.
Okay.
What?
And you're doing this as a group?
You can have adamantite anything really.
Yeah.
Adamantine stud of leather. Let's go.
I mean, yeah.
You
just
can,
kind of
yeah.
like-
That's
I can. Can I just sell the chainmail?
yeah. You can trade it
Or
for
do I get
half
full
price.
Half price. Okay, so half 75.
37 and a half.
Tell
Huh?
me.
37 and a half. 37 gold, 5 silver.
Yeah, probably. That could
Cleve's
go
out
to
here
the
like I'm
funds.
ready with the maths.
Yeah, I'm. Yeah.
Don't you have like 20 gold to keep the 37 and a half?
Okay, like.
Keep the pocket change, my friend. You're gonna need
You're
it.
poor, man. You need it.
And if that's all, yeah, you guys can roll the survival checks and let's count how many days.
Let's go.
I'm helping.
You guys
Come
want
on,
11
survival.
D100s?
Woo! 13. I wanna roll the 100.
How many D100s? I want to roll another one.
I'm trying to decide if I want it to be 11 or 7. And I'll be nice and I'll give you 7.
Okay. I can roll 2.
I'll roll another 2.
Oh, is that the number of D100s?
Yes.
Yep.
There's 2.
4.
I got 1.
I got a 1. Holy shit.
Oh no.
That's crazy.
Oh,
What
boy.
the fuck?
This is. Wait, I rolled a
Oh,
1
boy.
D100 like the other day.
Oh boy. Oh, we got
Like-
some low balling ones for the start. Okay.
Okay, what does a 1 give us?
1 second. We're
Hey,
starting in
think of
order.
it this way. There's
Here.
no guarantee that it'll end up being very bad. It might end up being very good.
So wait, we rolled 90. It was 90 you told us to roll?
7.
I think we rolled more.
That's fine. I'll take the ones
I
I
think we
like.
rolled 9.
It's okay,
Okay.
we can ignore a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought
We're not
I
ignoring
saw
the
everyone rolling 2 D100 each, so it's like
I only rolled
okay.
1.
Okay, so the first day.
There you go, that's
is
all.
here.
Yep.
Thank you. First day, pretty quiet. And it's eerily quiet. And all of you can feel, just like in your bones, chills. Almost like a storm is coming. But it never does. The evening is quiet, uneasy, but you can feel like it feels almost like it is trailing you, but it hasn't arrived. And it's one of those weird feelings that people have recorded and spoken about. They call them phantom storms, which is you think they'll come. You can feel the wind accelerating, but they supposedly never do.
Fucking Deadlands just said sight.
Am I haunting you? Is it real? Is it a real storm? Is it fake? It's hard to tell,
you
but
thought.
it definitely makes sleeping much more difficult. And fortunately, you guys, well, you don't get much sleep on the next day. It is much easier. And on the road, one, two, make sure that's right. Yeah, here would be. On the second day, nothing happens. On the third day of your journey, the heat kind of like really picks up out in the plains. Like it gets ridiculously hot, and it's like you can hear the sizzling and the heat, and it's just like you could see Locas is like melting in the back, just like, and he's like basically not wearing any clothes anyway, and it's bad. It's a bad day for heat, and I need all of you to roll me Constitution saving throws.
Oh boy. Is Shinri just getting cooked inside his armor?
I
He
mean,
can
he's
take it
taking
off.
it off.
Yeah, he's not a fool. You guys probably have to take it off.
Is it con save?
Mhm.
Hee Warforged.
You guys like extreme weathers?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Oh, 22 total.
Sure.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
No!
Not crawl!
Okay. 1 second. Extreme heat.
Shinri's making some poached eggs.
Do we need to roll for all of our pack animals?
No, they're good. You guys know how to take care of them. But for the ones that have stats sheets, they're not doing good. So all of you, until you get a proper rest in either a camp, like a real camp, like city, or like place off to the side, you will have 1 level of heat stroke exhaustion. It is bad. It's like super fucking tiring. It's like, oh, and the heat does not let up on your journey.
Who failed?
The only person who failed, I think, is Krull and Luck.
Unfortunate.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah. Tragic. It is hot. It's like, it shouldn't.
Thankfully,
It definitely.
we're going to Triple Ridge, so.
You might get a good rest up.
Can I like I don't know if I can do this, but like do like a mini dragon's breath with ice and just like make it not hurt.
That's probably like I imagine those are the sorts of things you are doing that allow you to save
Okay.
and allow you to keep because it is unbearable. Like it is just like you feel like you're melting at points during the day, and it's just like when the night comes, you're like the heat starts to like let up, and you're like, oh.
It probably doesn't help that neither of us can sweat either. So
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, I imagine that the panels on Handy's body just kind of flip up like a heat sink.
Yeah, totally.
Exhaust, just steam.
That's
just,
great.
And it is not a fun time, but that's the Deadlands for you. Sometimes their days are good, sometimes the days are
they
bad.
don't call it Deadlands for nothing.
And with a 51, 1, 2, they have safe travel, and then shenanigans right about here. On the road, as you are traveling, you see, like, travelers in the Deadlands, they aren't too rare, but you guys know that a lot of people have been leaving Triple Ridge, and you see, like, like people haven't been on the main roads from it, and you guys can tell as your journey has continued, people have been avoiding it for probably, like, to avoid getting caught or seen by whatever bandits are running around Triple Ridge. And as you're kind of just, like, on the empty road, you notice there is a traveler walking who just, it's not really so, it's like a slow crawl, like he looks exhausted, and he's just stepping, boom, boom, following step, step, step. What do you guys do?
I feel like the father may have encountered something similar to this before, so he's gonna go ahead and like kind of stand up on the wagon and is immediately just scanning the horizon for
You can roll
anybody
your
that's
perception.
16.
Right, you don't catch any like traps immediately, but your instincts are kind of like You see vultures in the sky, no tall objects. You're good for now, but it's an instinct to always be wary. Nothing is as appears to be. But so far, it doesn't look like it's not a guy. But that doesn't guarantee anyone's safety in any way. And he just,
Father's kind of just like probably just posting up on the fucking roof of one of the wagons and just kind of like laying down on one of the top like the top of a wagon with his rifle and is just gonna slowly just kind of start scanning with that and just kind of calls out like down to the rest of us down below. Just kind of goes, I'm gonna keep an eye on everything up here. If y'all want to usher him over, feel free. But I don't know. I don't trust it. We're getting run off close to bandit territory, so keep your wits about you.
I'm not taking no risk, and I'll start putting on my armor.
It's so hot, and it's just like
I'm going to help Shinri put on his armor and like do my little mini dragon's breath thing to kind of cool it a little bit so he can put it on without burning, you know.
Have we had time for a long rest since we last departed?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. I'm just gotta shuffle my spells. Where is it? There it is.
How far away is the lone traveler?
He's like 100 feet when you guys caught, and he's like moving like 10 feet around. Definitely super easy to catch up with.
And is he? Which direction is he heading?
Yeah, is he heading?
He's heading towards Triple Ridge.
Oh.
I mean, I'm just gonna follow everyone's lead. I'm fine with just ignoring this guy.
Oop, that's the wrong track.
Yeah.
I'll leave it playing though, because I love it.
Oh fuck! Hold on.
Foundry lad.
Turn that down. Could fucking blast my eardrums.
Sorry.
There we go. No, it's fine. I just wish it didn't reset the volume every time it played a new song.
I try to change it, but sometimes it just doesn't save. Anyway. Yeah, what do you guys do?
I mean, yeah, Father's just, like I said, just posted up, so.
Here we go over, right?
If we do, Handy's casting Disguise Self. Because in bandit territory, a walking tin can does. Oh, I don't think a metal man is particularly
Is there
any safer than anyone
That's
else.
a disadvantage. Is there anything around that looks like a ambush that we can see?
From when you can see, it doesn't seem like it. It does seem like a man on the road. But you know, your instincts are again still warranted. So far as you can see, you don't see any traps or obvious kind of like layouts or anything that seems like someone's out there following him outside of yourselves.
I mean, worst case scenario, Rock gets some food.
I mean,
on the other hand, if we leave him out here, then, and he was a person that in need, then
if someone's traveling alone at this pace, they're either an idiot or comfortable enough traveling at this pace in this place.
I mean, or they could be desperate.
That too.
I mean, I'm fine with whatever. I'm with Father. I don't trust it, but like maybe he can help us somehow, or I don't know.
Maybe.
it's not a matter of whether or not he can help us. It's a matter of whether or not we can help him. like I said, if worst case scenario, if it does end up being an ambush, food for the mounts.
Right. Cool. Laser gun. Daily
Just
ammo.
keep on riding. Like, is he like, if we just keep on riding with our in our current path, we're gonna.
You will run into him, yeah.
Okay. I mean, I think let's say just
Yeah.
continue riding. I also kind of like, after helping Shinri put on his armor and whatever, like, hit him like, can I be like, can I chill like in your shoulders for a bit? Like, just be ready for whatever.
Yeah, sure, I guess.
Okay, thanks, man. I'll climb onto his shoulders and I'm gonna ready a like a, what's it called? Like an ice knife spell to this guy if he does anything funny to the traveler.
All right. And you approach.
This guy's health. Gonna go with. Okay.
Oh boy.
As you kind of like start driving by, you see he seems to catch the eye of the wagon. And he goes, what, like one hand raised, kind of like thumbs up.
I'm gonna opt down and see if I can help him up.
Yeah. Hey, you guys do. What do they call him? Hitchhiking.
Well.
Yeah. It's been so fucking hot lately. Holy shit. Yeah. You mind if I catch a ride? I'm heading.
Got plenty of space.
Are you drunk?
I wish you can roll me medicine checks.
I mean, I feel like I don't
But like
need to roll.
you can tell that he is exhausted. Several
boy.
levels.
I'm gonna roll anyway, but
Robot no good with medicine.
at disadvantage. But I feel like I'm pretty sure
18.
he's in heat stroke or fucking dying.
Yeah.
He's got some heat stroke going on.
He's in the same boat. Just in a much worse boat.
Just thinking. Same problem. Less efficient boat. And then if you let him in, he just kind of like, oh, lifesavers. You guys got water?
Yep.
No. You see him kind of like chug for jug, like, oh, I ran out. I've only got mayonnaise now.
Jesus fucking Christ.
He puts the gourd. You see that he puts his massive gourd down and he goes, "It hasn't made water in 3 days." And I'm it's just mayo. You can see he's like to the verge of tears.
Actually, I don't know why I'm questioning whether or not it makes water. That's not the weirdest thing we've seen. Honestly, the thing that questions me even more is that it makes mayonnaise.
You've been eating mayonnaise for the past 3 days?
Yes, I had no choice.
Oh my god.
Does it look bad? The fucking heat?
I don't know if it's like sensitive for you, a stranger, but can I have some mayonnaise?
Yeah, sure. By the
Thanks,
way,
man.
for context, I rolled.
It's an alchemy jug.
It's
Yeah,
an alchemy
yeah.
jug, and I rolled, and he rolled 3 mayonnaise.
God.
It's a shitty
I mean,
alchemy jug.
I think mayonnaise is better than vinegar or something.
Yeah.
Acid, poison,
Yeah.
like.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Unlike normal,
Could have
like,
been acid.
it's
Yeah.
not. He doesn't get to pick which one this makes, so he's got it going for him.
On one hand you get wine, on the other you get literal acid and poison. Not a lot of
Just-
poison, but
The,
still
the,
poison.
the final fuck you is when he's about to die from dehydration and makes salt water.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can see there's some cracks on it. It's like, oh, thank God. Thank the spirits. Yeah, it's a pleasure to meet you. Yeah, I need a minute.
How long have you been out here?
Yeah, couple weeks.
Jeez.
It was mostly good.
All
the jar
by
stopped
yourself?
working. Yeah.
Wow, hasn't anything like tried to eat you or something?
Yeah, I can defend myself. Can't stop the heat though.
Well, I might,
Like seeing that we were friendly and such. Like
I might have a little something to help you.
do my little thing with the ice breath.
No, God,
Like-
it's so
like-
fucking cold. Thank
Cool him up.
God.
Cool him up a little.
The name's Hawaiian. Ugh. Ugh. God. it's so-
Where did you come from?
Uh,
Wah?
Yeah, further west. Things been busy. Just stopping. Well, technically, I guess I came from the north, but I was heading back home. But whew, you know, the jug ain't as reliable as it used to be. He pats his gourd.
When you say home, do you mean Triple Rich?
No, I'm from Devil's Vale,
Oh,
but it's the same
Oh.
same road, same path.
And you were going to just walk all the way there?
Yeah, haven't
where
had
we're
problems
going.
before. Yeah, the problems with the jug is new.
I mean, we have some arcane people in our party.
Yeah, feel free to take a look. I'm not very magically inclined when it comes to those sorts of things. Sand, fire, I'm your guy. Gourds, I can make them. Can't make them magic. I just need a breather. And you see him dump water on his face in the pool. Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, just give me your gourd and we'll take a look at it.
Yeah, he rolls it over to you. It's bigger than you, bro.
Yeah, I'll try to are we? Is Handy on the same wagon as I am? Because we now have like 3 wagons.
They're hooked up together. Like, it's not hard to
Okay.
move between them.
I'll just like pop my head out and like,
Handy!
Alright,
I need your help with something!
this looks like fun. Let's see what we got.
yeah, and with Handy, just check the alchemy jack, see if we can
You can roll Arcana.
tell what's wrong.
Handy is currently disguised as Yelyen, but
Okay.
but like there's still an obvious humanoid shape, just bug face.
Okay, noted.
All right.
Bugface sounds much worse than it really is.
Oh,
Especially
boy.
considering you have a Yo-Yo in your party.
Kind of racist.
Kind of raises a bit.
You can roll
Come
Arcana.
on, Handy, roll better. Okay.
Handy gaming.
Yeah.
All right, you looking over the item. The item seems fine. It seems there's been a curse placed on it. That's the only thing you can think of, because like the magic around it seems mostly normal, but there seems to be like little distortions here and there in it. And while you guys are magical, like you are an artificer, you know how to make magic items. This is new to you. You didn't even know that curses could be applied and such. Like, normally they target the person using them, but this one seems to affect the item and only the item. In that it basically forces it to randomize what it gets.
Alright. I didn't know you could curse items. Target a curse at an object. I mean,
Alright. Wait, someone
this
curse my
thing's...
jug?
Yeah, it's been... Yeah, someone's messed with it to make it what it makes random.
That explains a lot.
But you said this was recent, the random thing.
Yeah,
So-
I had a crossing with some fucked up dog.
A fucked up dog?
I think it was a dog. Might have been a spirit. Can't quite tell.
A spirit could do that.
Can I like pop my head out again? Like, Father!
Huh? What?
I need your help over here! Just call him over.
Just different expert in a different field.
Yeah, no, he's been like not really focused on the conversation at all. He's been completely like just
Watching.
focused on everything else aside from that. Just constantly scanning. Just glances back up and out towards the waist. Is like, all right, make it quick though. He's gonna hop down.
You can roll a
The
faith
guy
check.
Explain.
Yeah,
whatever.
faith check. Okay.
We do the explaining thing.
$13 on the old faith.
All right, with a 13, as you're kind of like looking at this thing, you can feel the kind of enmity off of it. Some spirit really didn't really went all out on this sort of curse. Like it was all they could muster, and it's just a random scene. So it probably wasn't a very powerful spirit, but a spirit definitely cursed this item. Most likely in retaliation or out of spite. It's hard to tell the source, but you can feel the enmity for sure.
Yeah, the father kind of goes again because he was not not focused on all this. He just kind of goes and this thing wasn't like this originally when you had it, correct?
Right. It was a fucked up dog.
I'm sorry, what?
The last thing I interacted with that wasn't a person when it was working fine. It was a dog. Really fucked up. Looked weird.
Well, I'm sorry, random traveler. You're gonna have to hold on a second while I
Why?
tab over and turn down this music. There we go. I don't know why
I'll
volume.
tab. I don't.
Volume
It's
changes
low.
every new
It's-
song.
I don't. I have it set to low on the song when I load them in, so I don't know why it's doing this.
I actually
Boundary.
turned it down 2 steps, looked away, and when I looked back, it turned itself back up.
Turned itself back up. Yeah.
Boundary's like, I have absolute power over you. I don't know. It definitely shouldn't be doing that. I might have to figure out if it's a module or something that's fucking with it.
Yeah. Well, but the father goes, well, I don't know what to tell you. Whatever you interacted with is had a spirit or was a spirit of some kind, not particularly powerful, but they sure as hell were pissed off at whatever you did. Cause
I punched him in the nose.
well, yeah, that'll do it. They they put about every ounce of hatred I could imagine into cursing this object. So
Fuck,
I'm
man,
not
it's a
sure,
family heirloom. You think you can fix it?
I'll see what I can do, Gara. I mean,
I was waiting for it.
I'm waiting. Yeah, Yep. I've been waiting. Every
don't
time I
mention
do.
The fact that if you misread his name, he's named Wine.
How'd you know? How'd you catch my plan?
From our kind of checks with Handy, like, could we know, like, I mean, probably a remove curse, you know, but
well, so
something else maybe to fix it.
So I was gonna say I want to take like an empty canteen almost, and I want. Is there any kind of roll that I could do to try and like coax the enmity of the? I'll fill the canteen.
With a faith check.
Yeah, I'll
and you
fill the
can do it.
canteen with water, and then just try and like coax the enmity of that curse over to this like canteen instead of the jug.
Yeah, you can roll me a faith check. Take a swing.
This couldn't possibly go wrong. 18.
Pretty
You
good.
kind of start, like, there is a bit of focus, and you glow as you do this, as you're kind of like pulling this emotion out from it. And it's a thing that you have a little bit of experience with, because curses and the like of spiritual essences, when they're looser and more tied to items, you can kind of tug and pull if you push them in the right ways. And this is one of those kind of just like, yeah, this is the jug, and as it kind of like forms, you kind of like cap it on the thing, and you can see inside there's a little kind of like spirit hound that is like now marked on the vessel, and this is a cursed jug. Or the jug is no longer cursed, but the little thing you have is now cursed. What
Boy.
it'll do, only time will tell.
Yeah. I'm sure as hell holding on to it though, because that's a ticking time bomb I can't wait to fuck around with.
Rising Heights. We carry 7 pounds of explosives on magical items at all times.
A disassembled automaton, a cursed canteen, and a kobold.
Go gadget, ghost dog.
No comment.
I am curious. With my blessed transformation, can I like utilize that to attempt to purify the?
Yes, but you know from experience and things that you would know is that is like something that requires a lot more time and focus and is better done in like a place of power than it is on the road. At least for the strength of your connection right now. If you were higher level, you could try it, but the ramifications they vary depending on the type of curse that you get and try to clear.
Well, it is a goal to get that fucking spirit place working back at Katoris, so the whole shrine thing. So.
Yep.
We can have a
Hold on
ghost
to
dog curse at the shrine.
But
You could technically, yes.
Maybe, yeah. But no, the father just kind of like hooks the little canteen to his belt, and then just kind of gives the gourd like a once over again. Kind of focuses. It was emptied out, correct? We emptied this thing out before fucking with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna focus and try and think of like just fresh water again.
In your cup or in the jug? Just
No,
checking.
in the
alchemy
in the
jug?
one that's appeared.
Oh,
yeah, the alchemy.
Okay, yeah. You like you start focusing on it, and then you just blink, and you can hear and fresh water forms.
Yeah, father kind of sighs and kind of.
It takes a couple minutes, but yeah.
This baby can fit so much fresh water again. Patting the top of it and.
As you do, you see Wild goes, "Oh my, ooh, thank the spirits." You see him uncork the top, just. Oh, so good, and then corks it. 2 or 3 gallons just on his face, on the wagon is wet. He's wet. He seems content.
Oh.
Well, I guess I owe you one, big time.
Father kind of shakes his head. Don't worry about it too much. Where are you headed? Headed to Triple Ridge?
Nah, over to Devil's Vale. Back home. Say hi to some family. It's been a while.
Well, dangerous part of the Deadlands you live in.
Yeah.
We'll have to swing by there at some point. Got to.
You ever visit? Just be mindful that the prettiest things always have the nastiest bite.
Of course. Yeah, thankfully this side of the Deadlands teaches you that lesson well enough, but I'm sure it's only that much more extreme out there.
Yeah, just like my ex-wife. Anyway, if you guys don't mind, I can hang out with you, or I can, go back to walking if you don't wanna.
If you're welcome to hitch a ride if you'd like. We're
yeah, sure.
Well, a fair warning, we are angling to take out a bunch of ne'er-do-wells that have been harassing Triple Ridge as of late. So
Cool.
not necessarily the safest of journeys, but
It's nothing.
The father kind of nods, and the city of Katoris up north is always looking for capable individuals. So if you happen to be headed out that way in your travels, you're more than welcome to swing by.
I think I saw it on the way down. It was a rebel.
Yeah, it was. Reconstruction efforts going quite well so far.
Nice. Might I mean, I don't think anytime soon I'm paying a visit, but I'll think about it. Might invite some of the family up north.
Yeah, you'd certainly be welcomed if you do.
I'm just gonna take a quick nap.
Father kind of nods. Yeah, rest up. He's gonna get back up on the top of the wagon.
Yep. And you have successfully rescued Wayne. And
Hell yeah.
while he's not unlockable as a manager yet, he's got some fun stuff for you later.
Great.
Okie dokie. On your next day of travel, oh boy, back over to Vagrant Song.
Wait, so it was what?
Ah, it's so loud.
Nothing should have changed. What is wrong with you, Foundry?
Was Wine the one?
Ryan? No, he was not.
Oh.
The one is about to begin. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, there's the
Lord.
one, and then there's the rest of them.
Oh, you thought that was the one?
Nah, man. Couldn't possibly be the
you-
one.
Boom, 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 boom. The rest of the day's travels are easy. The evening kind of catches up on you as you set up camp.
It's looking like rain again. Hell yeah.
I need to make sure
That's
that
very
are
nice.
clear.
Here for me, by the way.
That's
One,
pretty
two,
great.
three,
Wait, did we do
four.
the science and magic thing? Was what we did in?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was the
So we,
the necromancer's
so we can
lair.
we can check that, right?
You can, yeah.
Okay, great.
I think I did that right. Yeah. One more day. Okay. One more time. Boom. On Aprilis the 4th, as you guys are chilling on a cool evening, the first in a series of very, very hot days in the Deadlands, it's a rare opportunity to relax and rest. Unfortunately, as you guys set up camp, you all catch glimpses of something strange about. The wind's slow and still, and then on the horizon you see kind of like twisting shadows rise up, and you know there are a lot of phenomena in the Deadlands, and this one you guys are like camped out of the way, out of sight. Everything's like hunkered down. The camp is fortified, and as you're kind of like looking off just at the edge of where you would be able to see, you see a massive form start to rise from what looks like the sand and like the dirt, and it looks like a gigantic, huge elk with a multitude of antlers, horns, tails, and it still only has four legs, but it just gets bigger and bigger, and you see it kind of like shake. And it doesn't seem to approach your camp, but you just see this thing on the horizon start to rise.
Well then.
What the fuck is that?
You can roll me religion
I'm
checks.
I was gonna say, yeah, can I make a faith check on this thing? I'm getting
Oh,
some serious spirit vibes from this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, baby.
Natural 20.
Oh
boy.
boy.
Mad scientist does not understand religion.
Makes sense. All right, we'll begin with the lowest roll of the natural one. As I'm loading up its token. 1 second. Is that the right token? Yep. Just making sure it's right. Let's go. And I gotta change the music. 1 second. Be prepared. The music's gonna change. Brace.
Brace.
Brace yourselves.
Man, I'm so happy about that splint arm. They can save us now with this big ass elk thing. Fucking kills us.
Okay, this one will do. I will add it to the stage as it rises from the shadow, and you see its form. It's kind of hard to see it in the moonlight, like its colors, but it seems yellow and kind of born of more. It looks like plants and the very few bits of nature and sand that exist. And I'll show you its full token as well.
Oh,
The token
shit.
and it is
God.
bigger than your entire encampment as it's getting up. It rises to its full height of about 40-ish. You can see its form, its outline, like on the horizon, and it just kind of stretches almost like it's waking.
Boo.
Boo, that's you
And it's on the horizon. It does not seem to do anything. It does not seem to be doing anything, but what do you guys do as you see it? You rise up. Oh, that reminds me. Handy,
yeah.
that is a big deer. That is a very big deer. Shinri, you have heard tale of spirits and gods before, but you have never really borne witness to one formed. This is what you imagine it might look like if they ever just decided to get up from the ground. Maybe, probably, right? You hope, at least. Let's see, who else? Next on the list is Luck. Luck, in your time, you have seen ancient tales of the Yilin rise up and fall all the same. Ancient stories, legends, things that people thought long lost. And this gives you that same sort of feeling of respect when you know, like there are tales of the spires that occasionally move, and it's that same kind of overwhelming presence of something much grander than you beginning to move that you feel here.
Oh, it's an eldritch abomination.
Well,
Yeah, man.
that's a way to put it. Verm, with an 18, you have some mild experience with powerful spirits, and this comes off to you like a hostile plague almost to your senses. Like you can see the crab in your pocket is like vibrating in either rage or fear. You can't quite tell, but it doesn't feel like it feels like it's mocking you. It's smug aura.
Okay.
Insight check the crab.
With the 31 faith check from you, Father Emery Hawkins, you know there's a lot of things you've learned about the Deadlands, and you know that the most terrifying thing within it, outside of its own people, are spirits who have been rudely awoken, and you're grateful that this does not seem to be a rude awakening of whatever powerful spirit that is, because if it was, oh boy, you'd probably all be dead. It's very regal in its stance as it stands, and kind of just preens almost in its own glory, like it knows it's being watched, and is flexing, sort of, and it kind of just like it's posturing. It knows it's on camera, kind of vibe. And you know that while it is not hostile,
with a book on marks.
while it isn't hostile, you know that it is creatures like these spirits that are so old and like that their presence alone can shake the local environment are definitely not something you want to treat with like casualness, because that ends, that's how you get cursed. And those creatures can put some fucking awful curses on you and your family and your entire existence. So it's definitely not something to fuck with, but so far it doesn't seem to have any inclination towards you. It's like you're an ant and it is a dude walking by.
Yeah, it knows we're here though.
Yeah, in the same way that you would see an ant hill and go, "Oh, neat ants."
Okay.
And then flex in front of those ants.
Fucking taking your shirt off in front of the ants.
Yeah.
Unravels the hose just so they know that you could kill them at any second.
Pretty much. Yeah. I mean, who hasn't thought about it? Just like holding the hose, like could.
Just casual ant genocide. If I feel the crab vibrating, I'm gonna turn invisible.
Verm disappears, smited by the holy presence.
Does the crab disappear?
Yes.
Shinri's gonna look to where Worm was standing and look back. Where did Worm go?
He does that sometimes.
Huh. He just looks back again. So anyway, what?
Portal in conjunction with my connection to the spirit. Like, is there any kind of like God, how to describe this? And familiarity, I guess.
With the spirit, you can roll me a D100.
Okay. Like
Just
this
for-
one, or even just like
in general.
like relation to the spirit that I follow. Like what's
Yeah. I get you.
68.
All right. So, while you almost the perfect number.
Not nice enough.
The DC is 1 and 69. The true ultimate numbers. Now, you, from your experience and the things you know that the spirit that you interacted with, while very kind of like friendly and outgoing, it was always more of a absolute sort of presence. Like it wouldn't tolerate insolence in a really strange kind of like, oh, you're just below me, but that's okay. I love you all the same. But it like treats everybody like children sort of vibe, where it's like other spirits were considered like, at least from what you understand and from what you've learned, that it treated itself as if it was divine, and so everything else is not equal to it. That includes other creatures that might be considered that. This is one of those creatures that you know that your spirit probably would not get very. It has the same exact kind of mentality. You can see the similarities in it, except this is in an actual physical form instead of just like whispers in dreams. Like this is a creature that believes itself to be more than it might be. Or maybe it's completely justified. You don't know, but it definitely has a fucking ego, for sure.
And then one more question. Is there any kind of sense of similarity between the spirit that is trapped within the canteen and this one? Like, do they? Obviously, the one is like so far above the other, but is it in the same like kind of vein of?
No, not at all. Completely different. And you like look at the canteen, and you can see the little image of the dog. Like, get me out! Get me out! Get me out! I don't want to be here no more. It is kind of its presence reminds you a lot of the very stone that you have left at the base, the Zui stone, where its presence, if you got closer to it, might overtake your own kind of like essence and your familiarity. It is a spirit not on par with Zui, like not even close, but on the tier that it could threaten your own understanding of yourself if you got a little bit too close.
That's fine. It's yeah. The first question was the most important one because I was kind of determining what I was going to do.
I think I shot at the elk. It just lasers back.
No, but because it's not like a friendly kind of like relationship, he's not going to go over to it. So
just watch.
Yeah.
Right.
Just observe.
You see it rise, shake, and then it starts to move. And it just kind of walks further north, and then disappears on the horizon. But its presence, its memory, it lingers.
I do have a question. How far away was it when it like?
Just barely like you could see it because it was glowing slightly and it was rising and it was gigantic.
How long would it take me to get to where it came from?
About like 2 or 3 minutes on horseback.
I kind of want to go check out where it came from.
I follow.
Yeah, if the thing is not longer visible, I kind of drop in visibility. I like,
what the fuck was that?
Oh, what the fuck? Oh, you're back. Hi, bro.
I was here the whole time. What are you talking about?
That was a very powerful spirit, and
yeah, I knew. I've read of these things. Like, I knew it was very powerful, but like, why is it here? Why is it showing itself to us?
Well, you're asking questions that nobody has answers to. Why are spirits in this continent at all? Why the Deadlands in particular for certain spirits? I'm afraid none of us are privy to that knowledge, but suffice it to say it was, well, it was not awakened by something, because if it was, it would not have been as pleasant as it was. Nonetheless, I plan on, well, I'm gonna ride out to to where it rose up from. I want to see if there's anything amiss with the land there, or, well, anything special, potentially. Such spirits often leave residue of their presence wherever they've been, and who knows, it might help us on our journey.
Yeah, I'm coming.
If you guys don't mind, I'm gonna stay in camp. I'm pretty fucking terrified of that thing.
You see Locas like gets up like, did I miss Big Monster?
That's honestly for the best, yes.
Back to sleep.
I just hang out here.
What's the wine doing?
Wine? He sees the spirit rise up. You see him taking a sip from his gourd. He looks at his gourd. Go.
I haven't drank enough. This is a hallucination.
I'm too drunk
Dehydrated.
Yeah, that's the heat stroke talking. Not even gonna bother.
I'll just hang out here. If anyone wants to stay with me, you're welcome.
I
I'll
think
just
Locust is staying.
yeah, I'm kind of gonna go cuddle with Locust or something.
Mm,
I'll keep an eye on
like it.
things.
All right, well, try not to let him strangle you in his sleep.
Wait, what?
And then you leave.
Yeah, then I leave.
So who's going? I know Father Emery's going. I know that Alec, that Shinri is going. Is Luck going?
Handy is going.
Handy's going. Okay. Is Luck going or is he staying in camp?
I'm waiting here.
Yeah, chilling. It should be noted, Luck, both Rock and well, Crawl is a little bit more like shaken. Rock is like, I could have taken it.
Yeah, that checks out.
Handy wants to science all over the spiritual phenomenon.
Okay. All right, you ride out. It's again only a couple of minutes before you arrive, and you have, as you do, you see there's this kind of spot in the ground where it's like a little indentation down off, because it's like a plains, and then there's this kind of like depressed part of it that seems to go a little bit closer to the ground and the earth, and it doesn't seem like it could fit such a massive form. But you see in the center of it there is a stray arrow that it kind of has a little thing tied to it, like flapping in the wind.
Oh boy. Father's going to cautiously approach.
Yeah, it looks like a hunter's arrow that has been shot.
Yeah.
It's pretty old. Looks stuck in the ground.
Kind of vibe am I getting from it?
It is magical as fuck.
Okay. Fuck it. I'll do the stupid thing. I'll pick it up.
All right, you pick it up. You feel a pulse and like a little bit of nausea as you hold on to it, but otherwise it seems like it doesn't directly affect you.
Okay.
You good?
And what is this thing tied to it? It's just ribbon?
It's a ribbon, and you can see there's some writing on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna read it.
Let me see what languages you know. 1 second. Gotta check. Language
I
check.
got you. Oh, yeah. Celestial, Common, Primordial.
Nope.
Okay.
Can I check?
Yes.
Yeah, Father just kind of goes, any y'all able to read this?
I have common Elvish Minotaur.
Yep. It's in Minotaur.
Oh.
Oh.
You guys are like, oh, it's gonna be like some weird language. Nope, it's in Minotaur. And it is an old
Weird
adage.
language.
It is true. It is an adage from the tales of old hunters and the like. It says, "Where the horned lord rises, destruction follows. Those who hunt find great reward. Those who watch find only devastation." And that's the kind of phrase. Magical arrow.
Okay. What can I like?
Congratulations, we've obtained exactly one magical arrow.
Yeah, can I vibe check the arrow or whatever?
Yeah,
I know
for
it
sure.
says magical,
Vibe
but-
check.
Yeah, you can roll me a faith check. And Hanny can roll me an Arcana one if he'd like.
24.
You feel that arrow with like your extra senses, and you know it is like volatile.
Oh.
It feels almost like it feels disgusting, and not in like the traditional just evil way. It feels like a separation from yourself and what you consider yourself, from the divine essences within yourself. It feels like it separates that from the man, and that's uncomfortable to just feel.
Quick question. When are we taking a break?
In like 5 minutes
Okay.
after the scene.
Okay. All right. And I guess perception check. Do I see anything else in the area, like anything living in the area or creature-wise?
You can roll me in perception here.
That's a natural 20. 20 or sorry,
Um,
31, I guess.
With a 31, as you're kind of looking around, you notice that there is no obvious trail, no markings, nothing. It feels like this place is hollow, more silent than it perhaps should be. And then it kind of like, you think for a moment. And in Handy's backpack, it starts dripping. It's wet. His bag is wet. As he pulls out the little gemstone that seems to just start.
It's just charged as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We have all the gemstones on us, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. we see if we can charge those up.
Those, as you put them nearby, they seem to glimmer, but it's rather. You can roll me an Arcana check for it, but it doesn't seem to work in the way. Like, it seems to have energy, but it doesn't seem to be using it. Like, they glow, but it's still a dun, kind of grayish version of their own colors.
Last thing I want to do, Portal. If this is a place of extreme power, I would like to attempt to use my Blessed Transformation to,
Oh boy.
yeah,
Oh boy.
on the old,
Oh boy.
the old cursed doggo.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, roll me a wisdom save, and then a charisma check. And let me just add another side quest.
Save.
Nice,
Oh.
not bad.
Charisma check. That's a 2 on the
Ooh,
charisma
boy.
check.
Okay, good news and bad news. But just give me a second. Do you guys see the new side quest in your side quest list?
Yeah, second.
Where's
Side quest.
Like the dead tribes?
No, you've had that.
That's
of,
something else.
of
Yeah.
light and night.
Nope. Okay. Let
No,
me see.
it's not that one.
side quests? Is
There you go.
in,
Oh, there it
you
is.
know,
Spiritual
Twiki,
journey?
Rumor, Phantom.
Yeah, it's spiritual journey.
There it is.
I'm adding restoring the gems as well onto this list for you guys. I know you guys have the to-do list, but these are side quests that have like. I'm just giving you a side quest tracker so you can keep track of it because there's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if this is a typo or if it's relevant, but only time will tell. Time is capitalized as time.
I'm aware.
replacement. Yeah, okay, so it actually means something, huh? Is there anyone named Time?
Yeah, Diogo.
Cronus.
You want to roll a
What?
religion check?
Cronus. I'll faith check it. Fuck it. 16.
Oh baby.
Okay, so there is a thing that you would feel from it, which is there is this old story about travelers never having enough time or like always being just a little bit too slow to arrive when needed. And there's a tale that goes about a specific spirit who they call the Keeper, who in time makes deals with people to give them just a couple more moments now for a couple moments of their time later. A sort of exchange of expediency. And it is known and spoken of like as a blessing and a curse in one, in the same way the Spirit of the West is, which is like it is a mythical spirit that exists and people have encountered it and they speak of it still to this day, but it has not happened in us. Like you don't know anybody who has been through this sort of thing. It's like, oh, I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy who heard from a guy who heard from a guy about this, which is that it is a spirit that wanders, and when you are in most desperate need of a couple of moments, he might be able to afford you them. But there's always a catch to it, and it is considered like a. Most people consider him like a monkey's paw sort of spirit, like most of them, but in this one in a more kind of vicious way, where it's like very important moments will be given and taken.
Can I have a moment of your time? Huh? Yeah?
Yeah. Pretty much. But with the, I also put the gems in the side quest tab. You should see it. Restoring the gems.
Yep.
Cool. With that, wisdom save. As you transform, you feel your power more resplendent than it. You glow like a sun lamp, blinding, just like you know that meme of that dude in the diner? That's Father Ember, just full radiance, full glowing with power, and it takes a moment to just maintain your focus and your vision of self as you're kind of like drawing in such power, some spiritual energy that is just left there, and as you kind of like try to turn it towards the
Doggo
spirit.
just gets incinerated.
Yeah, exactly. Literally, just like you have more power than you have ever felt in this instant, and you kind of like extend it, like I will cleanse you, and you just the spirit and its curse gone, but just deleted.
What do you have in the bottle? The unmatched power of the sun.
Well, I got my canteen back, I guess.
And in that instance, you feel the power slowly fade. It's still a very powerful place here, but you feel exhausted doing that, and you know you did it again. it probably would be more like this is not something you want to be doing regularly. And it's like
What happened with the
splitting headache.
I think that was the 2. Is I
That was the 2.
incinerated the fucking spirit
Mhm.
accidentally.
Didn't have control over it.
Oh.
And now you're just kind of left here awkwardly with an arrow.
Okay, well, I mean, we.
Oh.
I'm assuming you said the phrase, like you told us what the
Yeah,
phrase
I
was,
read it
right?
out loud.
Okay.
It should be noted, one very important detail I forgot, looking over the arrow and the writing on the bandana, there is a claw, kind of like signature on the arrow.
Claw signature.
You
Okay.
recognize that?
You wouldn't.
Do we recognize that, DM?
No, you guys wouldn't.
Okay.
It's something from before your times, or it's not really in history books.
Belleroux.
It's not the Bane of Belleroux.
It's always the bait of Belarus.
It's always the way.
It always comes back.
I mean, not everything comes. Not everything's his fault.
So
I'm gonna hold on to the arrow for now, just because of the just crazy spiritual energy I feel coming from this thing.
It's less that and more. It's like trying to feel it with spiritual energy. It's like it separates it. Like it's not
right. But it's like it's something weird like that
Yeah.
interacts with it, and he's like, I gotta figure this
Yoink.
out. But no, specifically. Well, I'll ask that later. But now the father kind of goes, well, I mean, we are, in a sense, hunting. I suppose if that holds any kind of credence, the whole those who hunt find a reward thing, that's pretty much exactly what we're doing. We are hunting, just in a somewhat different sense.
Is there like a time limit on this?
Well, wait, who's been identifying stuff? It's been Handy, right?
Handy, yeah.
He kind of goes to Handy and just goes, Handy, if you don't mind, once we get back to camp, you mind giving this a proper once over, and we'll see what's up with it. Because, well, if it is what I am guessing it might be, well, I might have to try and pick up a bow here somewhere. It's been a while since I used one, but I don't think the skills have rusted too much.
Or you just stick it in a gun and fire it.
Yeah, just
it's
a fucking.
literally one arrow.
It is just
Yeah.
one. Make it
But
count.
Yeah.
Berm also has.
Ammunition as long as it fits down the barrel.
You guys
Okay.
can very easily make it back to camp. No problems whatsoever.
Yeah, we'll ask Handy to identify it.
All right.
You see Wah is just like sleeping, holding his, like hugging his gourd. Just.
Can I?
The gourd body pillow.
Yeah.
Identify,
Portal. While they were away,
Mhm.
can I? We have the sentinel, the
The sad
weird
guy, yeah.
automaton.
Yeah.
We have it like disassembled in our cart, right?
Well, you have as much of it as you could disassemble, which is
Yep.
like its legs are slightly unhooked. You got it in like a fetal position, pretty much, just to make it fit.
I thought
Okay.
it was like rigid, so it's like
Mhm.
sort of poking out in a very weird angle.
I mean, you guys could make it like loosen it up. That's what I was talking about. It's like you definitely would have spent the time to just make
Okay.
it kind of like Tetris into the wagon.
Yeah. Like while they were away, because I can't fucking sleep because my crab is still vibrating. Can I take like the time to like kind of look through the parts that we have of the automaton, looking for like a signature maybe of the maker, if that's maybe something.
You absolutely may.
Okay.
And you can roll me an investigation check.
Got it.
All right, you find the only one that is obvious to you, which is on its faceplate under the mask, is a signature, and it is one you see is kind of like semi-familiar. It's in the same sort of handwriting as that letter you have, but it's a little bit.
Okay, knew it.
It's a little bit. It's a little bit more kind of like rushed, sort of like someone who hasn't practiced calligraphy yet.
Mm-hmm.
Different age, different time. But it is the signature you expect it to be, which is Yevon.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Yep. I just wanted to do that. I had my suspicions. Now they're confirmed.
Yeah, the Lich likes making robots too, guys. He tried robots first.
Making robots.
Well, these
This is
things have all
cool.
these body parts.
Plus, they're more reliable than just flesh and blood. They're more replaceable too.
Fair enough.
You know how easy it is to break a skeleton? What if it was an adamantine skeleton and not a skeleton at all?
Yeah,
Yeah,
are
that's
the following on to that, are the parts from the automaton, are those also
No, they
like
are different.
people parts
Nope,
or
they're different.
they're different? Okay.
They are entirely mechanical,
Okay.
which is the strange kind of like Anyway, yeah, return to camp, pretty easy, safe and sound.
So, what did you guys find? You were there for a bit. And
Well,
an arrow?
a lot of a hell of a lot of spiritual energy and a single
Yeah, I
arrow.
can see that light from over here.
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry about that. Hope I
Yeah,
didn't wake anybody.
yeah. The father just exterminated that weird wolf thing.
Oh yeah, the cursed spirit or corrupted spirit's gone.
Alright.
The crab
Didn't
stops moving,
didn't
sweating nervously.
Yeah, the father guy goes didn't unfortunately wasn't able to properly purify it, but well, corrupted spirit's gone at the very least.
Well, that's good news, isn't it?
Just to some degree, it's a bit disappointing I wasn't able to restore it to well, a more proper form, but yeah, half good I suppose.
Right.
Yeah, other than that, though, got this arrow here, and like he's kind of like motions over to Handy, where he's already handed it over to him to like check it out. Should hopefully know more about it shortly, but I don't know. It gives me a real weird sense whenever I hold it, and it's almost like it's conflicting with my spiritual energies, but kind of makes me curious at the same time. Hopefully, Handy can give me a bit more of a rundown on it in a second, and well, I might have to pick up a bow if
Yep. Andy's already sitting down with the toolkit, ritual casting.
Mm-hmm. Luck.
Hello.
You know that great axe you were tuned to that you just got slung on your back?
Yeah.
You see it starts to vibrate.
God damn it. What
And
now?
then the phantoms within go, I smell our rivals!
Oh, God.
And they point at Handy, and then the arrow. Vibrating.
The father just kind of goes, well, I
Yeah.
suppose that kind of answers that somewhat.
What the
Fuck.
They don't seem very happy.
Yeah, this is the first time that Shinri sees it. They are miniature casts.
I
They're
think
just
Verb
pointing.
too.
Yeah.
I think it's the
Yeah.
first time Verb.
Yeah, he's got ghosts following him. And one of them just points at the arrow. That is a treasure of our enemies.
Survival Minotaur School.
Do you not remember Locas's quest?
So are these like
Oh,
can we all see these ghosts?
Yes, everyone can see the ghost.
Berm
Why
is
are
turning
they- where
Berm
do
is
they
turning
come-
invisible
what?
again.
The arrow. Where did you get it?
Oh, son of a bit. Okay, that makes more sense. The father immediately goes, this wouldn't happen to be from the Claw tribe, would it?
It would. Where'd you find it? Nice
The
loot.
father kind of sighs.
Did you loot the graves yet? You didn't take us to loot the graves. You didn't loot the graves without us, did you?
Relax, relax. We haven't gotten there yet. No, this is a separate remnant. Was left out in the wild. I can only imagine that the well, the tribe that owned it may have possibly had a bit of a run-in with a very powerful spirit and attempted to hunt it, possibly,
Red bastards.
and been wiped out.
That's unlikely. They would have never failed. They were our enemies. Only we could destroy them.
How well did that go?
I wouldn't be so sure about it. I mean, you guys were at least somewhat present. Y'all saw that massive like elk spirit thing. Right?
Yes, the Horned Lord.
Yeah, the Horned Lord. That one. Found the arrow in the crater where it seemed to have woken up from.
They must have put it to sleep. Curse them. That was our job. Dirty claw driver. And she starts to fade. I'll get you. And you see Lucas goes.
Okay. Interesting. So, do we get the sense that that was almost like a ceiling kind of thing? Like potentially-
With identify after it finishes casting,
Oh, okay.
it is an arrow of spirit sealing.
Yep. Okay.
When a creature enhanced or affected by a divine spirit is struck by this object, the spirit is put to rest for, depending on the tier of the spirit, an equivalent times 10. So they have their own number ratings that you don't need to worry about. But basically, it knocks the spirit out, and you can take that time to pull it out of him or put it in something else. But it's basically go to sleep. The arrow.
Cool. I'm definitely holding on to that. If y'all don't mind.
You don't have to shoot someone. You could slap someone with it, and it'd work.
Oh, absolutely. No, for sure. But I mean, I've got proficiency in bows and all that.
True.
Like, I imagine before
It-
the father
it is
got the whole
consumed,
gun, it's probably
or at
already
least
used.
the enchantment is consumed when it does this.
Okay.
So just be aware of that.
Copy.
So use it wisely.
So if we find just one big fuck off spirit, we just like
Put to
hand
sleep and
the
run.
arrow.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Yeah, hand the arrow to Locust and
And
like
I should clarify, there is no saving
have
throw
him
for this
stab him.
spirit. It is
Oh,
put to
shit.
sleep.
That's wild. Okay.
You know,
Yeah, but
assuming you
There is
hit.
no saving through die.
Yeah. No,
I told you
definitely
the Minotaur tribes were wild and they did some crazy shit. The Claw tribe they're really fun. You think they just stabbed people? Because they also had bows. Because people would run away and they do boxing arrows with claws.
God. I love that.
There's so much. Yeah, I can't wait for you guys to get to that mini dungeon and continue Locust's side quest. Anyway, you guys can take your long rest. You can take a 5-minute bio. We'll do the rest of the random encounters on the way, and we'll call it there. And Triple Ridge and all the things there will be done the next time we play. Just as a heads up.
be right back.
So
Just for context, the one was a good. It is a good random encounter.
Like
So,
I said, either very good or very bad.
It is the extreme on either side.
how much more do you think we have left?
Okay, it shouldn't be too long. An hour at most. After the break.
It might be a bit long for me because I gotta go eat dinner.
Okay. Jinri can be AFK. It's not anything too big.
Just like
in
old
that
times.
case, I'm gonna go eat, and when I get back, I get back.
Okay. Still give the bio break time. Everyone can get their stuff. Part of me was hoping you'd just shoot it. That would have been so fucking funny.
I mean, we can now.
Yeah. Just take a pot shot at it, the bullet just evaporates before it even reaches.
No, with the arrow.
Oh yeah, for sure. Hook that up to a longbow.
I'm gonna go grab food then.
By the way, I don't know. There's just something funny about it to me, about a magical item that is basically like, for the people using it, it's good. For the people who get fucked because they had to wait for the thing to wake up, get fucked, losers. It's not our problem, it's your problem. I love making quest lists like an MMO. It's gonna be great. You guys can just start redeeming them, turning them in.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh, hey, by the way, Portal, I wanted to
Mhm.
ask you something.
Yeah.
I had I got a thing in that time that I had to leave the campaign. You know that
Yeah.
Berm was kind of vibing in Katoris, collecting books. I got a necromancy book, right?
Yeah. On the basics of
Uh,
it.
is that what?
Yeah, on the basics of it. Yeah.
It's like it's basics. Is there like if I keep reading it, could I
On
find stuff
on
or is
downtime, you could use it. It's
yeah
part of kind of like Verm's collections of things that he pulls information from.
yeah yeah
You could definitely like once Katoris has a library, you could definitely do much more in-depth research and get more out of it.
yeah
But
okay
right now, it doesn't have much for Verm to understand from it because it's just
okay
like he's not a big enough brained wizard yet.
yet. So I have a couple other things. Like I have the the rock feathers that you told me that I could
Mhm.
make like a broom of flying and like magic
Correct.
tokens from that,
Mhm.
and like the emerald rock that I could
Mhm.
try to reverse engineer to do like gem crafting. You told me
Mhm. Yeah, you'd have to unlock the
like
gem crafting building.
okay, and like all those stuff, and also like I have another thing. Like maybe like try and do some stuff with the body parts that are on the freezer. Like all those stuff are like things that I need to be in Katoris to try, right? Or
Mhm.
can I do them like as we travel?
Uh, you for the more intense stuff, you will have to be at Katoris to do it. Um,
Okay.
but some of the side stuff you could try. It's like it's just not. It's like it. This is all downtime progression essentially.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm asking. Like if I mean I kind of want to fuck with the body parts, like try and you know do some like kind of make something with of course using necromancy. Um I don't know if that's something I could experiment with while on the road, or if I would need it to like be like a long period of time back in Katoris.
For in-depth studying, it would be at Katoris.
Katoris. Okay. I'm just collecting all this stuff that Worm's gonna be pretty busy when we get back to Katoris.
Mhm. Yes.
Oh, and
Science.
also like I'm checking the loot thing that we have. We have like a magical tome
Mhm.
that
It's an old
a
one.
team member full caster, give knowledge of rune crafting, and it says unlock associated abilities when in building for that craft. I'm guessing we have to build something
Mhm.
in
Correct.
Katoris
Mhm.
specifically. Okay.
They're all of the progressions that are locked behind buildings are basically base progression, and the best way to describe it is every time you upgrade Katoris, in a way to upgrade yourselves, you depending on how it is, it changes how you the stuff you get pretty heftily.
Okay. Okay, got it. But I'm just gonna be fucking buried in a lab for like 2 months when we go back to
Might be
Katoris with
more.
all this stuff. Yeah.
That's the whole give and take. You guys go explore, come for a month or two, come back, stay for like 4 or 5 months, leave,
Yeah.
fucking drugged up, fight more crazy shit for several weeks in a row, and then go back home, take a
And
breather.
then go back. Yeah.
You gave Handy a robot.
I did.
Do not expect that I won't make a new. That I won't create an orange version of Auto Gnomes.
Don't. I didn't expect you to not. I would be disappointed if you didn't.
Also,
Um.
I am not going to make them gnome sized because that's a dumb limitation.
True.
think what the word I'm looking for is Warforged.
No, Warforged are technically humanoids. Autonomes are full constructs.
The difference. It's massive.
Only in currently only in execution.
Okay, a Warforged immune to hold person.
Damn, how'd you know?
Okay. Um, I mean, I don't know if this is possible at all, but the idea that Berm has for the body parts that he keeps in the freezer is to maybe like build like a flesh golem or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, just to like, let you know that's kind of what he will probably try with those things. Oh God. I'm I'm trying to like extend the period of time until Verm just starts murdering people for parts and for bodies for his necromancy shit.
I mean,
And
you
then
get
the team just and then unless he keeps it completely secret, perfectly hidden, the team just goes
That's the
just
goal.
180 Terminator deletes him.
Yeah.
Or he just asks them, "Can I do this to our enemies?" The party? Sure. Verm? Wow, that was easy.
Yes, there's that possibility.
You're like Ewin, I will control you, and Ewin goes, "I'm uncontrollable. I am the man of the merchants. But if you want to control other skeletons, now that's a business model. The Ewin 2.0. I'm
Oh
willing to do
shit.
0.57.
I'm gonna make so many wins.
Just make more of me.
Like, yeah, like Verm's just like slowly collecting like the stuff he needs to make like an army of fucking undead shit. And he also kind of is pointed in the right direction to become a lich, so there's that.
I mean, that's the end goal for all necromancers, so that's
True.
kind of a given.
True.
Yeah, but like the thing with liches is sure you kinda don't die, but do you really not die?
Yeah. Is
Or
everyone
just
everyone back?
Until a group of adventurers decide you're good loot.
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait, Portal, why would you change your profile?
Or before that you
Because
just
I like Spectre Knight, and I saw really good art of it.
I'm gonna miss Timric.
You want me to change? I can change it back for the server profile. I don't mind.
Yes. Yeah, I ate a lot quicker than I thought I would, so...
Nice. Everybody here?
he's here.
I think we are, yeah.
Okay, then let me zoom in on Timurk and then apply it. Save it. Fear me in my almighty power. Alright. Your next bit of
At one point Handy's just gonna be a budget Timurk with a lot more chill.
I think you underestimate Timurk, man.
It gets way more intense than you'd expect. Alright. Let me get the traveling music as you guys continue. The next morning, in the heat. It's a little bit less intense today, but, still rough. The winds pick up slowly. The heat slowly dropping as the day goes on. Let me just make sure it's the right date. And the 2 days of travel are quiet, but you can feel slowly but surely the temperature dropping in the general area over the 2 days that you march. Colder and colder and colder, and the winds start to pick up. And as you're making your way towards Triple Ridge, passing by this general area here, move you back down one. You notice further south from you, like you see them on the horizon because their formation is approaching very quickly, quickly for their size. You notice there is a field of more dancing dooms that is approaching in this general direction.
What'd you call it?
The dancing dooms, which are these large cacti that have like two extended large arms, two wider kind of base arms at the bottom, and they kind of waddle and dance.
Are they fucking cactars?
Yeah, pretty much, but they don't have faces. And they come in large groups that are moving
I think we're good.
from
Need
the
to find
south north.
shelter pretty soon then.
Correct.
That's correct.
Boom. And you can feel the cold starting to set into the bones.
Yeah, let's find a shelter then.
You may roll me a survival check.
Okay.
And I will offer.
It's 25.
Okay. You have two real options. You can go south this way ish and make a beeline for it and get into like under the mountains, set up camp near the ridge line and kind of prepare yourself for what is likely going to be a cold storm. And it'll bring you closer to the storm, but it'll make you closer to Triple Ridge and likely safer. But if you go straight north, while you lose a day-ish of progress, you can pull away from the storm and most likely its most dire effects and not necessarily be as heavily impaired if you went south. Which are your two options. Or you could just try to rush past it and move, but it's likely that it's coming from the south up, so it might hit you.
Yeah, we have 3 wagons. We cannot run it.
We move north.
From the check, I get a sense of how bad it would be if we did go to the south one. Like how much worse the shelter there would be versus the north.
From a guesstimate, because it's coming from the south and it's going north, you're likely to have pretty solid cover from it, and be out of it. Moving north, it'll buy you time to get into better cover rather than being safe.
Gotcha. But it seems like the cover to the south is already like really solid cover.
Yeah, it's solid. It's basically, if you're down to hunker down, you can hunker down here immediately, or you could try to make it to Triple Ridge, with a storm on your heels, essentially.
Gotcha. Okay.
I think it'd be best if we just head north and avoid the worst. Because especially if we're going to be bunkered down for a while. The last time this happened, we were stuck for days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, if it seems like we're gonna be able to find better cover up north, we can go north and then cut over like north of Triple Ridge.
Cool. All right, moving north. Boom, boom. You make your way north. The chill in the air, you can still feel that the storm is coming, but you move away from its general direction. And as like the icy winds and the blizzards start to kind of crest the lower hillsides, the wind's blowing, and you guys march. And you can roll me another survival check, please.
You know what I should have asked? I should have asked if where those fucking cacti were.
They're down south here. They're gathered over here, which means
everyone
the storm's gonna be most intense here-ish, most likely. Okay.
Natural 20.
All right, that's a natural 20. With a 31, there is a pass through the mountain that you kind of like pick out that, while dangerous, will most likely keep you completely unhindered by the storm and just be dangerous in its own right rather than anything by the storm. And the mountain, much easier than like a full storm blizzard. Like there's lightning, hail, there's all sorts of crazy shit. Better some rocks than.
This is, oh my god, hold up. I gotta get the fucking gift.
What are you getting?
The gift.
A gift.
Let me see if I can find. Let me get a gift of it. Hold up. Sorry. It's working.
No, take your time.
No worries.
I'll just move you towards that mountain range.
It's literally this fucking scene. Where's Rising Heights? Where's the channel? There it is. It's this scene from Lord of the Rings. We have to go over the mountain pass.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I still love
Yeah.
the fact that Legolas is just walking on the snow really casually, and everyone else is like having this fucking fight of their lives.
Everyone's struggling, and Legolas is just like, I'm so dainty, I don't even sink in the snow.
Oh my god.
Tee-ha, hee, suck it, dwarves.
Hey, I'm down to take that mountain pass if y'all are. I think it could get us potentially good positioning on any bandits in the area too.
I guess so.
We need to head for the mines of Moria. No, I'm kidding.
Alright.
Yeah, let's go.
Cool. Into the mountain pass you descend as the storm overtakes the kind of other side. We can see the icy hail and all of the kind of like dangerous stormy weather, like the wind whipping out, and it's like you can hear the howling as the air passes through the mountain, but you avoid the worst of it with the cover of the mountain pass, and you kind of like duck in between, and you see not many creatures make it to the pass, but it seems like things were moving towards here to try to like escape, and as you're kind of like going through, you notice there's a opposite the ridgeline you're on, there's a Bahir.
Another one.
Another one.
Another one.
Just hiding from the storm.
Nah, he's hiding from us.
I mean, if you want to fight him, you can fight him, but he's chilled him.
We heard what he did to his boy.
It's just something you guys would catch because it seems that at least there's another one on this mountainside. Maybe they live in the mountains in this region. Who knows? Maybe they're indigenous.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Yes, they live in most of the mountains. They're pretty populous. You're all over the place. But it is chilling out of sight, like curled up. And you notice there's more like creatures that seem to gather in the same kind of cave very tentatively, just hiding from the storm.
Yeah, let's not disturb them.
Yeah, we'll just keep going here.
Yeah.
The wildlife wins today. It lives another
Live
day.
another day.
Yep. The true victory. All right. And I need one final survival check for all of you to get through the mountain. And it's like a difficult series of like mountain passes, little things with your oxes, and like some dangerous terrain. But with the guidance of each other and the father, it is like sailing through a storm expertly. It's just like perfect place, perfect time, the right, like there are moments where it's just like super quiet and you just hear like rocks dump down and the oxes don't freak out and it's like, whoo, that was close. So what should be incredibly dangerous and still is, you managed to make a much more pleasant trip than you might have expected as the storm rages out and you are on the ridgeline above Triple Ridge, which aptly named because of the 3 mountain passes right outside of the city. You are over the mines down below. You can see like the descent down into it. You can see the village. It has, from what you've never really been, but like bigger. There are large walls that kind of surround this general area that seem to be made out of like stone and uillin here and there. And it's kind of like minor reinforcements, but you notice there's a strange kind of working on both sides of Triple Ridge, which are like sort of like sliding kind of roofs almost, that seem to cover a large portion of what you presume to be like the housing or the general, like an extra weather shield. Like there's some sort of thing, and there's a special gap in the center, but it looks strange, and you've never seen a working like this, but it seems to be. It's kind of like it's an artificial ridge with like instead of a mountain peak, there's a little hole in it, which is weird, but it'll make sense in time.
It's like a weather break from a particular.
Correct. Like some really bad storms hit all the time. And as you kind of like approach the edge of Triple Ridge, you see that there's still people, still housings that you can mostly catch hidden from the storm. Let me just change to the song.
Is the storm still
Turn the
raging?
volume down again.
Why did it go back up?
Dude, it does it every time. I don't know why.
Okay. The storm is still kind of raging further south, but it doesn't seem to have hit Triple Ridge as hard as it hit like like it went like this sort of, like that, but like a does that make sense? It's like a sort of thing where it like that. Strange to us.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So the weather in Triple Ridge seems nice. You notice in the town there are quite a number of residents who are just sort of chilling, but in a kind of like awkward tension. It's hard to gauge their like how happy they are or anything, but it doesn't seem like the town is at peace. There's like a rustling and like a unease in the air, and you see one of the largest buildings in the center has a massive missing kind of like the roof is missing. And like it looks like parts of the building have been ripped out by storm winds.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Father's just kind of like looking through the scope, just kind of
Mm-hmm. And then with the scope, you can roll me a perception check.
Okay.
You might notice something. Okay, with a 12, you don't quite catch it, but you notice as you kind of look at the damage there on the roof, and you look back to the protective break, you notice there's similar damages along rigid like parts of it, like the weather just fucking amplified itself, and like hit like a sledgehammer. And as you're all kind of like, yeah, typical weather breaks, breaking. And as you all are kind of like on the ridgeline looking down, you see in the town enters a strange man. You guys get to finally see what he looks like, because you catch the glimpse of him because of his gait and the way the townspeople immediately like scatter when he enters the town.
Oh boy.
It's him.
It's him.
It's the Bandit King.
It's the boy.
You see him walk towards that ruined building, and kind of just like this. It's not like a like it looks like he just got back from something further north. Like he's walking from the north down, just hat covered in the wind. Like you know those dramatic like introduction shots in like samurai movies.
Yeah.
He is the samurai that is in that shot. As you guys are kind of like looking.
He's the anime protagonist.
Right, sort of. At least in a samurai movie, he's getting that sort of treatment where it's like the wandering kind of Ronin.
Yeah, you can't see his eyes because of the hat. His cape is, in the wind.
Slow flap.
Oh, this reminds
slow
me of
flap.
episode 1 of Star Wars Visions.
He just kind of like walks up to the house, and you get a sight of him doing this. And you see him. He knocks politely, despite the fact that the roof and most of the walls are like ripped off. And there's like, you can like just barely make out as like the door opens and he steps inside this kind of like roofless house, and then it's hard to make out from there because you guys are still on the ridge line. Like you can only tell because the gashes like the weather break is damaged. You can see it's like you see glimpses of him just walking through the town and to that strange building, and then. Yeah, what do you guys do as you're waiting?
So,
Resist urge to immediately pull the trigger when I fucking see that motherfucker.
Like you can tell, he walks with the gait of a bandit, or at least someone who believes themselves in charge. So pretty much like a bandit.
I mean, I've seen like wanted posters and shit
Yeah.
of this dude now.
Yeah, absolutely. Like it doesn't really make out his face, but the form, the stance, like the hat, the cape. You notice that you probably didn't notice exactly, but you know that he had more than one katana, kind of like slung.
Multiple katanas. Oh boy. Are we still on the ridge?
Yeah, you are on the ridge right outside of the mines, outside of Triple Ridge.
Okay.
1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. Get everything tidy to put away. Get the bins from the garage.
Die?
Hello?
Poor Sai. He's on the receiving end.
Yeah.
Been me. That's been me all day. Don't worry.
Okay.
Mama Sai's great. Anyway.
I'll like if we're
sorry about that.
approaching.
No worries.
No worries. If we're approaching we're now pretty near the town, I'll like ask the group like, so are we gonna take the wagons with us down to the town, or should we just leave them here, or what are we doing? I mean, I don't know, man. Like, do we want to sneak into town, or are we just gonna walk in
Guns blazing.
Maybe
Can't leave the
leading
animals
the
up here, especially with
wagons
those
could be
things wandering around.
I mean, if we want to sneak in like 3 wagons with like 6 oxes, we're not gonna be able to sneak in, you know?
Yeah, no, that's not how.
Could someone roll me a d20?
Oh boy.
Thank you. Oh, yikes. Okay. Thank you. Continue.
We're gonna need to get them proper rest, especially after that swarm of heat.
Well, regardless, we got a job to do here, and that's remove the bandits from this area, and, well, frankly, the one in charge, that one that just strode into town's one I've been hunting for quite some time, so I don't plan on leaving him be.
As you say that, all of you catch a change in the air and the wind, and then as you're kind of like looking, you see pieces of wood and housing are flying like they've been launched into the air, and you see the Bane of Belarus step outside. Like you catch a glimpse of him stepping outside of the new hole in the building that has just been ripped out by the wind, and he walks with a kind of almost disappointed, like he didn't get what he wanted, and he's not intent on making his displeasure forgotten. And then he like turns around, you see him consider for a moment something, and then he walks out of town. Boom.
What the hell was that?
Hops on a horse.
If he's on a fucking dude, if he's riding the fuck out here, I will shoot the fucking horse.
Yeah, take a shot. You may roll. You could definitely.
Take the shot, Piglet.
Take the shot, Piglet.
Apologies, y'all.
Don't. No, it's valid.
No, we can't let him run. He's our level up, man. We can't let our level up run.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the wrong
Andy has
person.
been holding off on this for too long, and he just passes the Scorching Ray scroll to Verm.
Yeah.
Like the laser gun?
No, the scroll.
Oh,
Yes.
so it's
The
a
laser
scroll.
spell scroll.
No, it's just the scroll.
It's just a scroll.
Am I hidden for the purposes
Yeah.
of this?
Well, thanks, Andy.
Yeah,
Okay.
wizards can add spell scrolls to
You
their
all
spell
see the father kind of aim, take a shot, and it's like the bullet in the air, and we get a slow motion shot. You see the hat tilts on the Bane, and then you see a flash of steel, and then a wind burst, and you see he sheaths his sword, continues riding, and you see that
For
the
the
bullet.
record, I was shooting at the horse, not.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
He has a run to combatant feet.
He actually does, funnily enough. He doesn't have enough movement speed to do all of his cool tricks right now. And he likes his horse. That's a joke. Don't worry. It still triggered his thing.
So what you're saying is, if we kill his horse,
He'll be
then
pissed.
He'll be pissed.
Yeah, but you
No.
get a moment of something, and you see, again, like sword drawn, wind. The bullet you see kind of like, almost as if it hits an invisible wall, and then splats before it even connects, and then the horse accelerates at his urging, and you see that he kind of like tilts his head towards the ridge line, and you kind of like get a glimpse of like his eyes, like he's scouting it, and tilts his head almost like a challenge, and then riding off.
When you said it hit an invisible wall, my thought was like, damn, you shot so far, it went out of bounds.
No,
No,
it wasn't
that's-
an invisible wall. It was,
was
fucking,
wind.
It was Yasuo W.
Yeah.
How did you know he has a wind wall?
Bandit King is just Yasuo.
Yeah,
said
this
it-
guy's is Joshua.
Because we
I'm very
basically
thankful I
told-
get
I'm gonna
to
be
kill
honest. We
Yasuo
basically
from-
heard him say, "Hey, Atsugi."
Yes.
Oh no, his brother's gonna pull up with 2 swords.
Oh no.
He doesn't have a brother. Don't worry.
Not anymore. He doesn't. His brother is dead. He killed him.
Lomao.
You laugh now, but trust me, the Bane of Belarus is gonna be fun. Um,
The brother comes back anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
How was
come
his
back,
battle,
was
brother?
by a spirit or some shit.
His brother is a blood hunter.
Anyway, with the Bane of Belarus gone, you guys can enter Triple Ridge safely. Or as safe as can be.
Okay.
Sure.
And there, as you kind of like descend the walls, arriving at Triple Ridge, your destination, you have a feeling you'll know he'll be back soon enough, but you might have time for a little bit of respite before the inevitable duel with the Bane of Belarus. And thank you all for playing this week.
Hell yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Next time
That
we're
was
playing,
fun.
it will be the prep for the fight with the Bane of Belarus, and the one following that will be the actual fight.
Well, you see, the bigger shot, the more wind it takes to reflect. So if you just grab a cannon.
When do you go on your trip, Iron?
Mhm.
When
When am I going to? Okay.
When?
When?
Mhm.
I can play next week. Like
Okay.
next week I can, but the week after that,
Okay,
I'm
so
gone.
here's what we'll do. We'll set up all the prep and all the stuff you want to do. We'll do that in between weeks, in between this and next Saturday, and then
Okay.
we'll do the role play of you guys getting on that stuff, meeting the people that like meeting 1 or 2 NPCs, and then we'll go straight into the boss fight if that's all good with everybody. That way you can end on a high note before we take another 3-week break for Rising Hiatus.
Sorry, guys.
Yep. I am 100% just maxing out Handy's CC.
Oh, it's gonna be fun.
Because unless you can lock down the Yasuo, you ain't killing him.
That's fair.
It'll be a
Bold
fun
of you to
fight.
assume you can lock down the Yasuo.
Bold of you to assume you know his boss mechanics.
I'll just try and.
I swear to God,
We'll just
if
try
one
and
of them
mount one of the
dash
Tesla
between
things
us,
onto
I
a
will
wagon.
fucking end you.
If he what?
Oh, I was saying,
how
we'll just try
much-
and mount one of the Tesla things onto a wagon.
Shoots like it's like we've got a lighted cannon. What do you have? The Bane of Belarus, a sword.
Yeah, because Yasuo can't deflect lasers.
Yes.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. Hit
Just
register.
Yeah,
Can't
Yasuo
select
can't. Yeah, you can't win
just-
while you can't win while a continuous beam.
Just so we know, bro, like how much time do we have to prep?
You have 1 day before
One
he
day.
returns.
Okay.
Oh good, I won't have exhaustion.
Now you have a long rest. You can prep your spells, and understand that he with that shot, he now knows that you're gonna
Yeah.
be waiting for him. So that'll be fun.
Would I be able? I mean, I don't know if like even Triple Rich I could get like the special inks and stuff to like add
Sure.
Scorching Ray to my
Yeah.
thing.
They got all
Okay.
sorts of stuff.
Got it. I'll just.
They don't currently have anything in the way of magical items or all
Yeah.
of that because there's a bandit running around ruling their town. So all of those are elsewhere.
Yeah, just the things I need to actually add Scorching Ray. Thank you, Handy, to my spellbook.
Hey
And
guys,
I recommend you come prepared.
Also,
Yes.
would you like a rapid fire blunderbuss?
Yes.
Cool. I
Yeah,
forgot.
give that to Shinri.
Yeah, I forgot that my enhanced arcane focus was free now. Well, it was just a free infusion last level up.
I mean, I would use it on my the sniper that I can't I can only use once per round as well.
Trust me.
That'd be
I mean,
spicy.
I can
Just
swap it out.
knife fight him.
I can-
Just knife fight him.
I can switch it from one of your smaller guns to your big gun.
Yeah,
You-
that'd be
You
cool.
guys,
But
you guys want to
guys-
knife fight the Bane of Belarus, the samurai?
Fuck yeah.
Totally.
What else am I gonna do?
But listen, I have a strategy. If I just run up at him and let him just stab me, he can't reflect the shots if the sword is in my stomach.
Oh,
How do you know
think
that?
so?
Oh boy.
Stay tuned.
It is your first full boss fight, so I will give you, since this is what I normally do the week before, I will. There are opportunities beforehand with speaking with the NPCs to get a little bit more information about what he's capable of, and if you want to do that real quick now before we wrap,
Oh boy,
you guys can.
carousing.
It's not carousing.
Got-
You can
I'm
roll
gonna
me
get-
investigations or persuasions to try to get as much information as you can about him. Though you already got a decent bit.
I'm gonna get special beam cannon. Let's go.
Andy's gonna move the +1 on his armor to Shinri's armor.
Okay, with an investigation firm, you discover that the from the talk to the people and what you saw, it doesn't seem like ranged weaponry is the primary strategy you want to use against him.
Okay.
Just giving you little
Should've
hints.
bought that full plate.
So it's better to just go.
It's not
go
better.
close
It's just you don't want to rely on just shooting him.
and just ranged. Okay.
Because-
Basically, he can just cut bullets out of the air. Okay. got it.
Absolutely, yes. That is something that the townspeople will tell you that they saw him do. Just like one of them pulls up with a gun and just mid-air cut.
I don't know if with that investigation check I can still ask this, but is there any mention in regards of like ranged combat to like spells?
None of the people here have tried that because none of them have offensive range spells, so they don't know.
Okay, got it.
And then anyone else wants to take their pot shot at asking a couple of questions to the townsfolk in like general. It's a little bit rushed, but I would rather you guys fight the boss fight.
I'm gonna ask if he has any like minions, basically.
He does have a bunch of bandits, but something that the people, you can roll me. I'll tell you more details after. But you know that he does have a bunch of bandits.
Okay, do I roll
It's
now?
not the bandit king.
You can roll
king.
now, yeah.
Of course, he has goons.
Yeah.
So it was perception or investigation, or persuasion or investigation.
Persuasion or investigation.
Good thing I'm proficient in persuasion. Never mind.
With a 6, you know that he has bandits, and from what you get, people say that he usually comes to town alone. With the 10 investigation, what's your question, Handy?
Nah, I just heard roll investigation.
Yeah, you get to ask questions about the Bane of Belleru, and at least the townspeople and their experience with him so far.
Okay, my brain's sorted out.
If you have any questions that you think Candy would ask about him, the townspeople are more than happy to explain and tell people who might help them.
Okay.
I got nothing. My brain has literally drawn a blank.
That's okay. If you have no questions, that's fine. You got any questions for the townspeople that you would like to ask to try to get information on the Bane, or in general?
Is that directed? Who's that directed?
You, Cleve, because you were the last one.
Oh, sorry. So,
or
say that again.
Investigation or persuasion, and you can ask townspeople what you want to know to try to see what you can find out about the Bane from their experience under his heel.
Persuasion. So a -1 or a 0. Gotcha.
Tragic.
You got higher than me.
With an 18, ask what questions would you like to ask?
Of the townspeople? Do you want me to make a list or do I only get one?
Just with the 18, you get 3.
Okay, 1 second. I'll just write them out. It's easier that way.
Fuck. I just got called out by a meme online.
How's it feel?
I posted it.
think like touching grass is not the best things. Like
There
just
you
saying go touch some grass.
If any of those were already covered, then I'll change a question. But
All right. No, they haven't really. And the only
Touching
answer was
grass.
he has bandits. From the townspeople, from what they say, that the initial force was like 30 or 40 people, but since then it's only been the Bane who enters, and they understand it as an implicit threat. The bandits have all sorts of special equipment, but the Bane is, again, the most unique in that he has, the townspeople say he has like 6 swords from the looks of it, but they don't know. And he has only ever used one in their interactions with him, which is the same one you guys saw him draw. So they don't know what
Can
the other
he-
5 do.
Does he have like a 6 attacks multi-attack portal?
He's
Oh,
not proficient in the other 5.
no. You want him to have 6 attacks? Because that would be easier than what he does have.
Oh boy.
And with the last question, which is what abilities has he demonstrated so far, they kind of point towards the damage in both the weather break and in the what you now know to be like the mayor's house, which has been torn like a tornado went through. They say that he has shown that he can call the winds to his will, from what they can tell, and he so far has made tornadoes, blocked projectiles, and in one instance just fucking made like 3 slash attacks and killed like 7 people who are feeling particularly,
Lovely.
rebellious.
Wait, we're about to fight. A guy called the Bane of Belaru, aka the Bandit King. He has 6 swords and wind powers. Like, projectiles don't mean shit.
So far, you know that he has wind powers. Did I mention that it's your first boss fight?
You
I mean,
have
it's
portal.
just
yes,
side
on
boss.
numerous occasions.
Side boss was such a fucking issue. What's the main boss gonna do to us?
Well, clench your butt cheeks, come prepared. You'll find out next
Yeah.
week.
Having played in a whole campaign with Portal, I can tell you that his bosses are fucking wacky and really fun.
A little
Oh.
bit.
So far. The Bane is your first Racinian, and this is going to set the standard for all the following. Consider this like the end of the arc bosses. There's one for each zone and each place. When you guys are in like different timeline, like different kind of like, they will grow stronger the more you leave them alone, like area bosses. That's what the Bane is. He's your first kind of like story, kind of like main note boss that is causing a lot of problems for both the Deadlands and Katoris as a whole. And he's basically the first boss, so the end of the first act, which is like, you're out of the tutorial, let's go. And there's still so much more to learn, so much more to pick up. And they will only get harder from here. But if you have any base PHB gear that you want or are looking for, you can pick it up in Triple Ridge for the most part. They don't have much in terms of weapons, but they've got some nifty stuff if you want to get tricky with it.
Okay.
Okay.
And you do get to hit level 6 at the end of this session. You didn't have to call
Wait.
me out for it because I didn't forget.
Are
But
we level 6 now? Or
you're
like
level
next
6
session?
now. You're level 6 now.
Hey,
You have leveled up before the boss fight. And
Yes.
this is the second group that next
Amazing.
week I'm running 2 boss fights.
Oh, jeez.
Oh shit.
And
On what game? On Under Shadow
third-
Skies?
Under Shadow Skies is getting their boss fight, and Rising Heights will be getting their boss fight.
Hey.
It's their first dungeon boss. It's your first zone boss. The difference is going to be astronomical.
Yes, finally, the feature I've been looking for. Ability score improvement.
Hey, never sleep. Never
Bro,
rest.
I
Put that into con. so I don't die.
Bump my con right before the boss fight.
yeah.
The
Good
boss
choice.
drop-
Good choice.
Do we roll hit
Yeah.
die?
And in this game, we roll hit dice. You take average, or when you roll below, or you take a higher roll,
Oh really?
Or just roll average.
or just roll average.
just. Oh! Let's
No!
go!
Lamau, I got a 5. I'm so happy.
You got one
Okay,
more than
wait.
average.
Yeah.
Shinri's pogging though.
I'm
3 more
pogging
HP.
Wait, how do I write it? Options, details, level 6.
Did I? I don't. Hold on.
Rip Handy, just taking the average. 6
My
HP
hit
ain't bad.
My hit dice are D8s, right?
Yeah.
That's
Wait,
weird.
what class are you playing again?
Not Ranger.
Homebrew bullshit.
The Primeval Champion.
Ah, you rolled
Oh, the primeval. Yeah, I think you sent it like a while ago to the
Yeah.
somewhere.
I feel like my hit points are either very high.
Anyway,
I could have sworn I was rolling.
your con.
I was doing average for him.
I think you were, yeah. Anyway, thank you all for playing this week. See
Thank you,
next-
Portal.
Yeah.
Really fun.
Can someone
Where do
help
I
me with
drag the
last-
level over from again?
Okay, 1 second.